They ain't see us coming till we hopped up on the stage. Now the fan base jumping like we dunking NBA. You gon' talk about the hood? Now I got something else to say. Intellectual convo, sprinkle with some game. This shit sounds serious. That ain't every day. Plus Peazy got them jokes. You know that nigga always playing. Who's the white boy? That's Nyce, yo, homie a G. He from the hood, plus he speak like he got a degree. What's up with Xcel? The guard, he a battling beast. Supreme knowledge and equality to round up the team. 4 dudes from the dirt with our eyes on the goal. Took coal, applied pressure, and made it a diamond throne.
Speaking of somebody that was going ape shit, your man.
Yo. Oh, King Von, serial killer. Documentary out.
That's a wild boy.
Crazy. That was a nut-ass boy, man.
He's a wild dude, son.
You want to go into it a little bit?
Nah, so, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, I was just watching that. I'm not really into, serial killer type of shit and all that. Yo, the whole time while I'm watching that shit, I'm like, yo, this motherfucker is a nut, bro.
He's a nut.
Like a stone cold nut. Killer nut, bro. Like
the original troller.
Yeah, but the way, so I kind of missed all that era. I wasn't around.
Yeah, you know.
So, yo, now I see
why
they do what they do, yo.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yo, but it's crazy because this generation, everything is on social media. Mm-hmm. But it's like, yo, you seen him do what he does and put it all on social media, right? And you seen what happened to him, how many times he got locked up, motherfucking dropping your location. He ended up getting killed and all that. It's just all that stuff. I really never understood it. You know what I'm saying? I was always taught gangsters move in silence. Mm-hmm. Like if we went and did something, it was like, yo, if you wasn't there, you don't talk about it. Like dudes brag and be like, yeah, yo, I just boom, boom, boom. Just be like, yo, look, if you wasn't there, if you wasn't in the car, or you didn't take them steps, then you ain't talking about it. Ain't nothing to share. I don't care how tight we is. You know what I'm saying? So just watching that, he literally every shooting, I'm not gonna say every shooting, but there were multiple shootings and murders where he'll literally post within 10 minutes of him.
There'll literally be a party and he'll tweet, don't go to that party tonight, somebody gonna die.
Literally.
And then somebody will go to the party, shoot it up, and somebody would get hit. And then 10 minutes later, he would tweet, who died tonight? I heard somebody got shot tonight.
Straight up.
But he was the one that did it, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yo.
He said, don't go to that party. Somebody's going to die tonight. Then tweet later. Told y'all.
Yo, it's crazy. Or he'll be like,
That's
yo.
wow, boy.
As soon as one of his ops died, he'd be like, yeah, we smoking on Tuka tonight.
Mm-hmm. Stayed on that Tuka shit.
But before it was Tuka, it was 2 other dudes. Whoever they killed, whoever he killed that night, that's what they were smoking. They were smoking that pack.
The pack. Mind you, these are kids, man. They're only 15, 16 years old, around that age. They're not men.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think Vaughn, when he passed away, he was only around 24.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this was 15, 16-year-old behavior, man. And it was just...
See, that shit is crazy because
dummy.
I don't usually agree with Charleston White, but after I watched half of it. Yeah, but what Charleston White was saying about King Von, he was right.
And he trolled.
That whole smoking on your mans, that's crazy. Turn your man into a weed pack.
Everybody he trolled them. He mentioned them and put them in songs and talk about in verses how they died. He would leave. He was I'm surprised police didn't catch on to him. It was very reckless. The way this dude, I don't know the dude who put together the documentary, but the way he put everything together was clear as day.
Right.
You know what I mean? He put it. He filled out a nice timeline of everything. You know
his name is Trap Lord Ross.
Yeah, Trap Lord Ross. I know some Trap Lord. Yeah.
And he has his YouTube channel.
I've seen some of his other work.
You should check it out. The Jacksonville thing is pretty dope too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, not dope what happened, but the work itself is pretty dope.
Yeah, he was just different. It was crazy because he'll be at conflict with himself. So as he was making this transition from being an assassin, which is what he called, what he was being nicknamed,
soft-spoken assassin.
Soft-spoken assassin. He's making this transition to being a rapper and getting money, and he'll still keep talking about the bodies, like by name though, like not even like yo, like just on some like some reference stuff. I'm talking about like he's talking about everybody that he's suspected of, and he's laughing and he's like, nah, I'm just playing, but yeah, we still smoking on this Tuka pack or if anybody he put a poll, he was like, anybody got a problem? Matter of fact, how many bodies I got? How many bodies I got? How many
on live doing that?
On live. How many bodies y'all think I got? Y'all think I got? You think I got more than 5? How many I got? Oh, they put numbers in. They put in. Oh man, y'all crazy. Nah, I got more than 5. And he's like, yo, matter of fact, yo, if there's any cousins or family members or friends in here that I done did something to, I done did something to one of your peoples, yo, comment. I want y'all to comment. Like,
Yo, he was dumb.
Wow, bro, and laughing, and then he had like an interview with academics, and academics are sitting there asking him like obviously the ill questions like, yo, did you kill this dude, or it looked real, and blah blah blah, and he's like yo,
He's talking about FBG.
Yeah, he's talking about FBG Duck. He's like, yo, so like, yo, what's up with y'all? Y'all had beef? And he was like, nah, we squashed that shit. We ain't had no problems. You know what I'm saying? He was like, oh, well, his mother said that y'all would never squash any beef. She's like, nah, she don't know. Like, we did that shit on the side. Like, it wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? We went to school together. That was some old shit. Then he's like, hold on real quick.
Puts the phone down.
And then they're all laughing in the background.
Shit was crazy.
This shit was crazy, bro. Like, they're all laughing in the background, right? And then he gets back on the phone with a straight face. He's like, nah. He was like, nah, seriously though. But his man is still in the background cracking up, and like they freeze frame his man in the background like this. You know what I'm saying? And he's just sitting there eating cereal. He had like a thing with like eating cereal where he's like, yo, like I'm a serial killer. You know what I'm saying? So he loved eating cereal, bro. Like, yo, just different. Like different type of animal.
It's definitely a good doc, man. The way the Trap Lord Ross broke it.
Was he? You think he was really a serial killer, or due to his environment he became desensitized?
Oh, due to his environment,
Due to
he
his
became
environment, 100%.
desensitized. But
It broke down how his father got killed and all this, and then he kind of like set him off, and then he seen his best friend get killed, and that triggered him to like go in that direction.
yeah, three of his friends got killed while he was locked up.
While he was locked up.
So when he came home, he just snapped. You know what I'm saying? But like, so they broke down the definition of a serial killer, and that's why they were saying he was a serial killer. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, it's due to his environment and all that, but as many bodies as he was catching, and the way that he reacted to the bodies that he was catching, like he was making jokes,
Like,
he was laughing,
Yeah.
like it was just like he had
He was tweeting like his fingers itchy.
no emotions. Like
No emotions.
it was
Yeah.
like a game.
It was a game to him.
It was a game to him.
100%.
Like one of the chicks that
Sociopath behavior.
yeah, like one of the chicks that he was suspected of killing, whether it was him or it was his man that he actually rode with, you know what I'm saying, to actually do the shooting. Like, they had smoke, and like he'd be like, yo, I love you, girl. Like, yo, you gonna be my girl one day. And they got smoke, like smoke. He beat her up on the train.
A&E did a documentary on that girl, and the people who did the documentary didn't know about all her beef, so they interviewed him.
Not knowing that they got smoke.
Not knowing they got smoke. And he did the interview, but he was acting like he liked that. He was just trolling through the whole interview. Like, yeah, that was my girl.
Oh, yeah, so he
I was in
definitely-
love with her. You know,
He definitely had. I think it was.
Like-
That's crazy. I think it was his environment, like you
His
said. But
environment.
I think at some point, he snapped and he went into serial killer mode. Like that's just he.
He said he even signed with Dirk because he was gonna sign with Dirk, and he was gonna plot and scheme and rob some people around him, make like $100K, give it back to his kids, and now that was his game plan. He didn't even think he was gonna get into rap and be successful.
Bro, on the documentary they said that he put $100K on FBG Duck's head, but like he literally like put it on on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Like and like right after he got killed, you know what I'm saying? Like he commented like after every shooting, like he literally there was like a timestamp within 10 minutes.
That's crazy.
And he's commenting on it like before the police or anybody else knows who got killed. He's on there. Like it was just a little different, bro.
And just for reference, all the people, the guys that got went to jail for that murder got O-block chains after the murder.
Yeah.
So that was like a trophy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like literally, like there's like a vlogs of him going to the
He would
jeweler.
keep a scoreboard. Remember, he had that picture, and it was like him and like 5 of his mans, and then they all had a number underneath them, like it was a video game.
Yeah.
Right.
I saw a video of 50 Cent, and he was basically asked what things today with the young dudes today, what's different about them today than dudes back in your day. And 50 basically said, back in our day, we did things to basically better our lives, right? So hustling and things of that nature to make our lives better. Now, these young dudes are all about gangs. They're just all about gang banging. It's not to make their lives better. They're all about violence. That's the only thing they're about. And he was like, in my era, we don't know nothing about that. Not that he wasn't saying that there was no violence. He was saying that we don't know about strictly just gang banging. That's not what we came up doing.
If there
we
was
came up trying
If
to
it was violent
get
behavior,
money.
it was because money was motivated behind
Yeah, he
it.
was like, we
Yeah.
came up trying to get money and make our lives better. So I was motivated by the OGs that were getting money and making their lives better. I knew that violence came with it, but the violence isn't what motivated us.
Yeah.
Now, today, these young dudes are all about gang banging and strictly violence. That's all they really care about is violence. And
Yeah,
really
I
care for the
definitely-
And they even making money like that. They might
I
catch like a
definitely-
little lick or
I
something like
agreed
that.
with him. I agreed with him. I was watching like, damn, actually, that's definitely the difference between the young dudes today and when we was growing up, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't. I know for me, violence wasn't my motivation. It was
Right.
always money and trying to make my life better. And I was motivated by the people that were older than me, and I saw them with the nice clothes, the jewelry, the girls, the car,
100%.
money, power, respect, things that came with all of that. That was what motivated me.
100%.
Right. I definitely think that the aim is different now. Like you said, it was to better our lives. I think now it's about clout for these kids. Like attention is the new currency. So
Clout
for
came,
these-
baby.
So for these kids, like attention being the new currency, they want that respect. They they don't give a fuck. They don't care about no dollars, dog. They just want that, like that shit. Likes and shit is money to them. You know what I'm saying? Like us, like you said, the violence was a part of the game. Like we just, you know what I'm saying? We didn't. One thing Chop said, I think a podcast ago, he's like, yo, if you get in the streets, you gotta be prepared to do whatever. So we was prepared to do whatever, but we didn't go seeking it out. You know what I'm saying? We was just, the violence was more like defending your spot or holding your shit down. You know what
I
I'm
was
saying?
always taught like you can't eat if the block is out. So if you
Facts.
running around shooting shit up and bring the police, how you gonna hustle if the police is running down on
War
you?
and making money doesn't mix.
I'm trying to tell you.
Does not
Yeah,
mix.
when I was
Jay-
younger, OG told me you can't get money and have beef at the same time. You gotta do
telling you,
one or the other.
Yeah.
So
It's
you know
like
what I
a
mean?
Jay-Z bought for everything. He said mobsters opt to not get in beef. There's no business in it. It only brings police. And that's just what it is, dog.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you see these young boys now. Not to knock them. I mean, hey, look, that's what
Do
they
your
do.
thing.
I'm not gonna be one of the older dudes sitting back like, oh, these little young dudes. I'm not. But I mean, times have changed. You evolve with the times. Whatever it is, what it is. But I look at him and I just like, damn, man. Like, all y'all really doing is just killing each other out here, bro. That's it.
Well, he ain't gonna do it, but I'll do it. Y'all little niggas is wildin'. Listen,
Word.
go
They-
chase a bag
they on
or
some nut
something. Figure something out, bro. Warren ain't it. Warren ain't it. All you gonna do is bring grief on your family and everybody around you. You go to jail. You're putting a burden on your whoever's taking care of you, your girl, your moms. You know what I'm saying? Your aunties, your uncles, whatever. You're putting a burden on everybody around you, bro. Like that shit makes no sense. If you're gonna fucking risk your life out here in these streets, at least chase a bag, bro. I'm sorry.
That's kind of what the documentary touched on a little bit though. Like Vaughn was like made for that. He made himself made for like the jail shit and all the repercussions that came with it.
I get it.
Like he had no problem going to jail and doing his bid. He had no problem dying. He was ready for it all.
But
That was his mentality
I
from
also
like the
think,
door.
I also
You know what I'm
think
saying?
like
He just happened to become
Yeah.
a successful rapper.
I think that we had like certain dudes for that. You know what I mean? Like back then, like you had to get money niggas, and you had to. There's certain dudes that's built like that, but now I think everybody's trying to emulate that.
Yeah, of course.
Like everybody's running around here
Because
like
of that scene popularized it.
yeah,
popularized
we
it. You know what
smoking
I'm
on
saying?
this pack.
Yeah.
We smoking on that pack, and it's like, nigga, that's like they knocking dudes tombstones over, all type of crazy activity. You feel what I'm saying? Because for the clout.
The craziest shit I saw was the dudes that stole they ops tombstone, bro, and brought it to the block.
Yeah, like,
That was crazy.
getting
They
real.
was pissing on it. They were doing. I was like, yo,
it's very
these
disrespectful
dudes
with
is
the with the
crazy
youth.
disrespectful, bro. That was one of the craziest things.
They do
I
that
saw,
shit a
bro.
lot. My man sent me a pic probably like a year ago. They had kicked over one of his man's tombstones. Like that shit's just crazy. Like he gone, yo. Like his mom's is probably the person that's gonna visit that tombstone more than anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit's just like it's just like there's no respect, there's no limits, there's no nothing. Like everything is a go, everything's a green light. You know, it don't matter what the situation is.
The moral compass of being a gangster is out the window now.
Right.
It's totally different now. These young motherfuckers.
I went from being a gangster to being a savage.
It's just like that's
And,
it. That's what they call themselves. They call themselves savages and demons.
The reason why Vaughn was out is actually because he did something that, gangsters admire. He kept it solid. So he went to jail for a body and 2 attempts. The person that he was with snitched on him and then backtracked. So they kept homeboy in jail and let Vaughn go.
Went out, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
I think they gave him they ended up giving him like an extra 14. He got like I want to say he got 16.
16 years.
16 for the shoot and then like an extra
Extra 14
14
on top of it.
for recanting his statement.
And you know what's even crazier? That dude, Big Mike, his brother is Wooski. That's O Block's biggest op.
Yeah.
Wooski's still alive though.
Yeah.
That was a
partially.
crazy shit.
Wooski's the one who got hit in the head
Yeah, he got hit in the
Yeah, that's
head and he
crazy.
was
at
like
the funeral.
Yo, yeah. So he hit old boy in the head. Mind you, they got crazy beef, right? So he hit old boy in the head. He didn't die, right? So like probably like months or a year later, whatever the timeline is, he's like, damn, yo. He's like, yo, Wooski don't even say shit. He used to be in my DMs talking shit all the time, dog. This shit's crazy, man. I guess them bullets change a nigga. This nigga's a bitch.
That's crazy.
Go check. Go check.
Vaughn was a troller, bro.
Was a different type of nigga.
He was a troller. He was like a.
Gotta watch that shit, bro.
You gotta
Like,
watch that shit, bro. You been. I was
This
just
is
all
different,
like, yo,
bro.
this kid
But
is a
just to
nut.
finish it off, go watch Wooski's Twitter after Vaughn died.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tweeted just because they used to go back and forth like, "Yo, Vaughn probably was like, yo, you're gonna go before I do," and he said the same thing.
Said the same
As
thing,
soon
yeah.
as he died,
It showed that.
that's
And here's the thing, I'm gonna tell you, like, they knocked down O Block. All them projects, they knocked it down. They
Parkway
gentrified
Gardens.
the fuck out of that shit, right? So all you niggas warring for these blocks and these street corners, y'all don't own none of the fucking blocks. You don't own the house that you live in. You're paying rent. You don't even own the house. You want, yo, this is my block. No, it ain't. Because once you're done making it look crazy, they're going to come bulldoze your shit and then gentrify the block. And now they're going to forget that you was even over there.
What was Lawrence Fishburne's name in Boys in the Hood?
Furious Styles.
Yeah, Furious. But listen to Furious.
Listen to Furious Styles,
I'm trying
B.
to tell you.
Yeah. We,
Yeah, but that's not the thing to emulate though.
yeah, nah.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I mean? Speaking of shootings though,
Yeah. This situation is a sad one, man.
Little crazy, man. Ralph Yarl,
Yeah, man.
Kansas City. Young man went to go pick up his twin brothers. Had a mistake in the address. I believe it was like 115th Terrace, and he went to 115th and 115th
Street.
Ave, a street
Yeah,
or
he
something
went
like
to
that. Knocked on the wrong door. A man by the name, I don't even want to say his name. An old dude named Andrew Lester. I'm gonna say, fuck it. Shot him, and then came outside and shot him while he was down on the ground. And as of right now, they released Andrew Lester. They're trying to promote from the articles I read that it's not racially motivated. They don't really know the reason why he shot him. That hasn't came out yet.
No, I thought he was just charged. I seen something.
He got charged. They
He got
charged
charged?
him. Yeah, they
Yeah,
charged him
but
like
he's-
They let him go that night though.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
they
I
did.
didn't- I'm saying I just saw. I saw that he got charged. That's all.
No.
Yeah, so he's so what happened is they didn't charge him with like a hate crime, one because you get less time
Less
if they
time.
charge him with a hate
Hate
crime.
crime,
He can get up to like I think 30 years.
30 years to life.
Yeah, 30 years to life for the crime he did. They let him out. They didn't even charge him at first. They released him, and then the charges came after the fact. And now he has a $200,000 bond. But
So they got him.
no, that's the thing. They don't. He got a warrant out for his arrest right now, which is like the weirdest shit because they were saying he has a warrant out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn. So all right. So he left and now he's gone. You know what I'm saying? And now he has a warrant out, which kind of had me like confused. Cause I'm like, well, how did he get charged? They must have they brought charges to
After the
him.
fact.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But he never got charged because they let him go that night because they could only hold you for 24 hours without charges. But they were saying that they couldn't charge him because they needed a statement from the victim, and they didn't get a statement from the victim yet because he wasn't awake. So, but then they were saying there's like a conflict there because the victim, he gave a statement before the 24 hours was up, so they shouldn't have let him go,
Right.
but they did. You know what I'm saying? And what they were saying is that he rang the doorbell. He said he sat there for a minute, and dude shot through the door.
Shot through the door, yeah.
And then
Shot through the door.
Shot through
yeah.
the door. Shot through the glass door.
shot through the door.
Mm-hmm.
Told him don't come around here again. And then
See, I didn't know what he said.
and then shot him again in the
While
arm.
while he was down.
And then he hopped up and ran to 2 houses. Nobody answered the door. Then the 3rd house, somebody finally answered the door, and they told him, put your arms up, lay down on the ground, before they actually gave him help. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how that situation went. So like and it's crazy because they were saying
Damn,
that the
so
area.
even the neighbor he went to for some help was on some bullshit.
Yeah, well, so this is the thing. They're saying that neighborhood, like the neighbors were commenting and stuff. So it's called God's country, and they are not friendly to blacks at all in that neighborhood. It's a very police friendly
Was he in
neighborhood.
Kansas City?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kansas City's a big city though.
yeah. But in that's
Yeah, but they're big cities. Individual.
That's a
you know
street.
that section
Could
that
be.
section where they're at, they
They don't fuck around.
they don't listen. If you're black, you're not allowed. Like, even like people saying that like
Those are the
like when they
Republicans
visit
that love
when they visit that area, that's just how it is in that area over there.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So like the shit's crazy. Obviously, they're protesting outside the
Yeah, I heard
dude's
about the
house,
dude's house, yeah.
and all that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as I know, from what I checked, like just a few hours ago, he hasn't been formally arrested and
charged. Well, he's
and
charged, but not- yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
like they brought charges up, but he hasn't been officially charged and arraigned. He hasn't
Yeah,
been
he's been
arraigned.
arrested,
Yeah,
basically.
he hasn't
You
been
know what I'm
arraigned.
saying?
Yeah.
But the reason why they didn't charge him with a hate crime is because he could have got more time. He would have got less time if they did charge him with a hate crime.
Yeah, and then they said that Ralph Yarl, the kid, he's recovering from the shots. It's just crazy to me that like that shit. Imagine that, like you going to pick up your brother, you ring the wrong doorbell. You could have just opened the door. You could have yelled through the door, "Yo, wrong house,"
Yeah.
or whatever the case. Like your first reaction is to shoot. You know what I'm saying?
84-year-old white guy.
84-year-old white dude that was a veteran.
They keep saying veteran, yeah. They keep throwing that out there.
I understand that, but that doesn't help because at the end of the day, veterans, and this is no disrespect, but a lot of them have mental situations.
I think that's why they keep throwing it out there.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, they're going
I
to try to
think with
spin
the
it.
hate
Try to
crime
spin it,
thing too,
100%.
it would have been, even if they did charge him, you'd have to have solid evidence that it was some form of a hate crime.
So
although we could assume that 84-year-old white guy, it probably was racist, but
In Kansas
you know
City.
how the law works, bro. Law is like, do you have evidence to prove
God's
that?
country, as Chop
You know what
said.
I'm saying?
So
it's like,
so Missouri, Kansas City, that state is a stand your ground state, and they said that that in order for him to use that as a defense, like they have to prove that like his life was threatened. Like dude tried to run in his house because I guess the older white gentleman had said that that all he seen was a 6 foot something black guy pulling on his door. You know what I'm saying? But y'all was saying that he never even attempted to open the door. He said he rang the doorbell once and he just sat there and wait. Dude instantly said that when he heard the doorbell, he said he was laying in bed. He grabbed his gun and went downstairs. He said he seen a 6 foot something black dude on his porch, and he opened fire. You know what I'm saying? And then told him don't come around here, kid. Just for the record, Carl is y'all is 5'9".
What to say, he's a kid.
He's a 16-year-old kid.
He's a kid,
He's
man.
5'9".
Yeah.
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
a
Like,
kid.
I mean, like it's just that's like the true definition of when like your blackness is a weapon. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit. Like, there's no reason for that to happen. Like to anybody. Like
Right.
black, white, Spanish, whatever. Like he's a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that shit's just sad. And I really don't know how this whole thing is gonna turn out. But I'm gonna tell you right now.
If it don't go right,
This shit's gonna be bad. This is gonna be a bad one, bro. This is gonna be a bad one. Like, if that shit, you can already see the writings on the wall. That's just gonna be a bad one. And it was crazy because I don't even think that they intended on charging him until the case got national attention.
Really?
Because at first it wasn't national attention.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what kind of like brought all the focus to them. And it was like, all right, well, you know, like President Biden called him at his house.
Oh, word?
You know what I'm saying? Called the young kid at his house, spoke to him and everything, spoke to the parents. You know what I'm saying? His mom's is his nurse, his aunt is a physical therapist. That's the only reason why he's actually home.
Right.
Because he's in good care. Otherwise he would still be in the hospital. But his
Right.
mom's is a
Okay,
nurse.
see, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's
and
good.
his
That's
aunt is
fire.
a physical therapist. So they're like, yo, like, you know, they both got, you know, over a decade experience. So they're like, yo, he's in good hands. That's why he's home. But he got shot right above his left eye, and then the right arm.
Now, when he got shot in the head, did it come out?
No, they had to pull the fragments. So I guess they were saying that the fragments were in there for like 10 hours or something like that, somewhere
See?
around that
But
time
no
frame.
damage.
and that's the.
No,
It can't be because he's still alive.
See, as the older people, we talk shit about the internet, but that's one of the things that makes the internet powerful. Because when fucked up shit goes down, they put that on the internet, and it sparks the outrage.
Yeah, I see
If it
it.
wasn't no
Sean
internet, we
King
wouldn't have
posted
known.
it.
George Floyd, if it wasn't no internet, it would have just been a Minnesota story. Eric Garner would have just been some shit that happened in New York. Only people know. This situation, when they got that, it's just like, my thing is this, like, I had a conversation with somebody the other day about why everybody hate black people or black men. I don't think it's hate. It's a fear. Guys are afraid of us. It's okay to be. You can admit it. It's fear. Like, you hear the stories, you hear whatever. You got your preconceived notions in your mind. For you to shoot a 16-year-old kid, period, standing at your door. Like, even if you're rude and ignorant, like, you can open the door. Yo, what you need? I'm here to pick up my wrong house. Bang, slam the door. You ain't gotta.
He didn't have to shoot. He could have just brandished it and the kid would have ran.
I just don't know how you could be scared of this beautiful ass skin. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like, come
this
on,
shit-
like, what are we
You know
doing?
I mean? This fly shit right here, god damn it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
what are you afraid of? And then 9 times out of 10, we don't even operate on that time because I'm trying to think if the roles was reversed. Like, white, you know what I'm saying? You put a white kid come knock at our door. 9 times out of 10,
Oh
it's
shit,
gonna be
it's Jehovah's Witness.
like we gonna be like, yeah, that's what we gonna think. You feel me? That ass, like, what the fuck he
This
want?
little motherfucker selling fucking Girl Scout
What the
cookies.
fuck this nigga want? Like, we're gonna make jokes out of it.
No
Like, yo,
bullshit. We're gonna clown like, who's this
Yeah,
little
word.
motherfucker on my porch?
like,
a
yo,
fact.
Peazy, like,
It's a
yo, this
fact.
nigga, who this little white boy on my fucking
Yo,
porch? Yo, like,
bullshit.
yo, which one of y'all fucked up? Somebody
yo, you
fucked up
alright?
in here. Like, you know what I
you
mean?
lost?
Then, oh, word, you lost? Oh, you looking for your brother and sister? Nigga,
And if you want to be ignorant, the most we might say is like, look at this little OP Taylor
Yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah.
But that's about it. It's
about it.
regardless, it's
Nobody
still gonna be
shoot.
all jokes.
Nobody shoot
Never
the shot.
ever
Ain't
thinking
shooting.
about fucking shooting
Nah,
a
definitely ain't
kid
shooting.
standing on our fucking porch.
word, like, oh, you lost? Oh, you
come
looking for your
on,
brother and
bro.
sister? Yo, you better find her. Your mama gonna beat your ass. Like, you know what I'm
trying
saying?
to
It's,
tell you.
like, it's just crazy. Like,
And you're not doing it because you're inherently afraid of him.
Yeah.
Because of the way he looks.
No,
I'm saying,
it's
so
just like it's gonna be jokes, man. I think that. So I'm glad that Ralph is home in good care. Hopefully, he makes the best possible recovery that he can make. You know what I mean? And we, like Chop said, I hope the law does what they're supposed to do.
Cook his
Missouri's a fucked
Cook
up
that
state, though,
man.
if I believe. Missouri's one of the only states that if you get wrongfully convicted of a crime, you don't get any money. They don't give you no money for it.
Bro, I
They're
don't
like
know.
one of
That's
like
crazy.
13 states that I think it's Missouri is one of them.
Yo, I don't know if y'all realize, but like,
you don't
like,
even get $1, bro.
some of the craziest incidents in like the last like 7 years have all come out of Missouri.
Yeah, Mike Brown.
Yeah, like, and it was another one that was there wasn't too far after the Mike Brown
Yeah.
shit. Like, Missouri's fucked up, bro.
Yeah, because as a battle rapper, I got a couple friends that live out there. My man, Oops, shout out to Oops. He's a battle rapper. He protested in Ferguson. He got beat up by the cops. Then he started getting into politics out there. And like
I heard the Ferguson cops was grinding.
he ran like he won like for Congress, so he was a congressman for a little while and shit like that. And he was just telling me like, yo, Missouri's like fucked up. Like it's
up,
wicked
bro.
out there. So
I do want to add on, right? Because you brought up the concept of fear. I think it's interesting because sometimes I feel, and this is like a personal thought that I've kind of like ruminated with, is a lot of the times I feel like they're not even afraid of us. They're afraid of their sins catching up to them.
Yo, I was just about to say that shit.
Yeah.
Because I
Bro.
was gonna say like, you know how like they say like, like it's been said
like
like, so like some people say like black people want equality, and then some people say black people want their get back, right?
Yeah.
So then it'd be like, yo, I wonder if white people be thinking like, yo, he's here to fuck me up for all the bad shit that I did to black people, or just in general, like the bad shit that white people have done to black people over the years. And it's just like, it's almost like they're just waiting for a day of reckoning or some shit. Like, because it really doesn't make sense to me.
I
Like,
never got my 40 acres
listen,
and a mule.
I'll tell you like this. Malcolm X.
ain't never
Malcolm
gonna get
X.
You never get it.
Malcolm X had a quote for that. He said, "White people, be lucky that black people aren't as vengeful as you guys are, because if we were, there would be no white people left."
Period. It's
They was on the net
crazy
turn at the
because
time.
that rage that like white people are like waiting for to like kind of like rain down on them. It's understand I'm Haitian, right? So my concept of like revolution is in my blood.
Yeah, facts.
We killed, we eliminated. You know what I mean? Like my concept of like what revolution, what salvation is, what freedom is a lot more extreme than what would happen in America.
Your
essentially.
island's going through it right now, matter of
Yeah.
fact.
You see what I'm saying?
Y'all going through
And
it
y'all
right now.
had y'all the Haitian community, you guys had y'all revolution, y'all won y'all freedom. But there's been, even in America, there's been instances where black Americans have, like John Horace. They'll never tell you the story about John Horace, who was fought in the Seminole Wars. That's where they get the Rambo shit. You know how Rambo got the fucking red bandana? That's where that shit comes from. The Seminoles, because they used to wear red bandanas, and they was destroying them, the slave colonizers in the swamps and shit. That's all that whole Rambo shit. They got that from John Horace and the Seminoles, right? So they'll never tell you about the Nat Turners. They'll never tell you about, because they don't want to spark that. Oh shit, we can fight back,
Energy.
right? You know what I'm saying? And I think that they try to. Like you said, it's fear of their reckoning, but also it's just fear in general. Like they do, like how our stories get passed down, them stories get passed down.
Absolutely.
Like your grandfather might have ran into a black guy on the wrong day and he got beat up or something. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case, and he's like, yo, watch them. And then by the time it gets passed down to you, you know, you play telephone. So imagine playing telephone for 200 years. The story is crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a big story. Like, and then you got guys that break that cycle, like my brother right here. You got guys, you know what I mean?
I was just about to say. I just want to say for the record.
Yeah,
look,
we love it.
Like, this is kind of like uncomfortable. Like I like in this moment right here, I kind of feel bad because
Nah.
you know what I'm
Just
saying.
listening to
But
y'all
yo,
talk.
I
I know you ain't
stand.
talking
Look,
about me.
no, we ain't
So,
talking about you.
I know what
But
type
I
of
just
white
want to say,
people you
like,
talking about.
like,
You know
look,
what I mean.
Nice
I
don't get
stand.
offended at that shit.
No, I know. I know he don't.
I know what type of white people.
But like,
talking
you know what I'm
about.
saying? Like at the same time, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you always, like I'm one. Like I
was going to specify, too.
I judge
got caught up
motherfuckers off
talking.
their deeds. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Facts.
So like for me, like you know what I mean? Like, Nyce is my man. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, me and Xcel had a conversation, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like, look, at the end of the day, like, if shit ever got, like, thick because of something was said or whatever, like, just know that I'm taking off. I don't give a fuck. That goes for anybody, you know what I'm saying? But, like, because this is my man, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, like,
that's my brother, man.
yeah, it don't matter with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, as long as your deeds line up, that's the only thing I give a fuck about.
That's a fact.
Like, no bullshit. When I was in Cali, like, I almost like I wasn't the cause of like a race riot, but like a race riot was about to pop off. And who the race riot was over was this Italian dude from fucking New York, right? And like, he was my man, yo. You know what I'm saying? And like yo, he ate with us, you know what I'm saying? And he played card with us. He smoked weed with us. Like, he was the cool motherfucker. We took the plane from New York to Cali.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And like,
Clarify, this is one of Chop's Fed stories.
yeah.
Go ahead.
So like, but the shit was crazy because, like, the white dudes out there, mind you, like, California is super segregated. Like, it's just, you're white, you're Spanish, or you're black. If you're anything in between that, you better pick one of them three fucking groups.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, Samoans and, like, Asians, like, they ran with, like, the Serranos. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, the white dudes wanted to punish him because he ate with us on fucking New Year's, yo. Like, and he was like, yo, like he sat with the Italians, like, you know, like the mob niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which was in the white section, but the Italians had their own fucking table.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they wanted to punish him for eating with us. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, nah. Like, yo, yo, that's my man. And then, like, other people from the Boston car, like, told me I was tripping. And I'm like, yo, like, the fuck you mean?
Right.
It was like, yo, that shit ain't got nothing to do with us. He's white. Like, that's their politics. And I'm like, bro, they're trying to punish him for eating with us.
Right.
Like, not like all the blacks. No, us specifically.
Right,
because Boston and New York was like this in Cali. You know what I'm saying?
East Coast
So
shit.
it was like, yo, like what the fuck are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I used to walk with the nigga to the child and shit like
Yeah,
that.
make sure he was good, right?
Yeah, and like, yo, and like I remember one of the old heads was like, yo, like, the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, what you mean? I'm like, yo, that's my man. He was like, yeah, but you're walking around like you're his fucking bodyguard or something. And I said, dog, they're trying to punish him for fucking with us. You smoke weed with the nigga every day. You eat with him, everything. It was good when you was doing all that shit. Now they want to punish him because of fucking with us. And we're going to sit here and act like, you know what I'm saying, like we ain't going to stand on nothing. So, like, I don't know, like, that shit just get crazy to me, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hate all that shit. We from the East Coast, man. Like,
Yeah, we
I don't,
we
like,
grew up in the mountain.
yeah, it's
And
different over
I've
here.
had
And the East Coast.
It was more diverse out
Let me just
this
get
way.
this. Let me just get this in. And the East Coast white boys wasn't fucking around. Like, after that shit, like, they was trying to get it in with the West Coast white boys because they wasn't for that shit. They separated their shit. So, like, yo, no bullshit. Like, Boston white boys, New York white boys, like, I fuck with them heavy. Go ahead. Pause.
Hey,
But, yeah.
you.
But yeah.
That shit sounded crazy.
Yo.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
Nah, I was just gonna say, like, you know, when I was in prison, you know, when I was up top going through, most of my friends wasn't white.
Nicest
You know what I'm
prison
saying?
stories.
And
Yeah, fuck it.
nah, most of my friends
Nicest
weren't white.
prison
We need to make it a segment.
And you know, the white dudes up there, obviously, when I first came on the camp, they was like, yo, who the fuck is this white dude? Because he's over there with basically all the black dudes. Being from Brockton, it wasn't, most of my mans was black. Not Spanish, not black. And when I mean black, I mean Cape Verdean, Haitian, whatever, black. So that's when I walked on the camp, bro. I was getting all the care packages from people. None of the white dudes sent me shit for being white. No dudes. All my mans that I grew up with or whatever, I was in this is from Walpole to Norfolk when I came there. In the Peas, I'm getting all types of care packages. Yo, Palu sent you this. Yo, Fat sent you this. Yo, DJ sent you this. You know what I'm saying? Every single care package I got was from a black dude. You feel me? So these are my mans too. So the white dudes naturally, yo, who's that dude? Whatever they want to know, and they're asking, oh, why? How come he ain't over here with us? And you know, I told one dude, I was like, yo, dog, listen, I'm not. When you say one of us, I'm not one of you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just because I share the same skin color as you doesn't mean that I'm one of you.
Yeah.
Y'all sit over here and you talk shit. Y'all are racist as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of you.
Right.
And if I really was one of you, how come not near one of you motherfuckers sent me anything when I walked up in here? Yeah. And I'm supposed to just come over here and kick it with you guys and all of that? Nah, why would he? It didn't make no sense. Yeah. And I was just like, bro, I'm not with all that shit. Like, now I get it. In certain prisons, you have to choose a side, bro, whether you like it or not. Yeah. Where you were at out west and there's other feds camps and in certain prisons, even if it's state, you do have to choose up. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate. But at the end of the day, like when y'all were talking about white people, I know you were talking about a certain kind of white person. You were talking about racist white people.
Yeah, man.
That's why when I sit there, I was being quiet. Y'all weren't talking about me. You weren't talking about other white people like me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So I know what you meant when you said white people.
Nice, trust
That's
me.
why I didn't.
You was late today, brother. You be on that CWP time. We talked about that before.
Nah.
Colored white
You
people.
actually owe a couple dollars to that job, bro. Because this
on
shit
top of
been
that,
going on
I
for a
do.
little while now.
Yeah, and on top of that, like I was just gonna say, like me, I don't got no stories like that, but me being what I am, me being a 5%er and all that, people think like I inherently like hate white people, and I dislike because if you look at the knowledge, it says
white people the devil.
But
and
if
shit.
you
I
also
get it.
look, I also am wise.
evils.
I also am wise enough to know that shit was written in 1932 when it was like when it was more prevalent. Like you know what I'm saying. And somebody outside of Nyce, I got a couple brothers. Like my brother Donnie, who I did a whole.
Farad Muhammad was actually half white.
Yeah,
He looked like a white man.
Yeah, so I did you know what I'm saying, one of the guys I did an album with. It's my brother. Like I don't care, I don't care what color you are. Like if I call Donnie right now, I'm like, yo, Donnie, I need you to come do the. He ain't gonna ask no questions. He gonna be like, where you at? Pull up, and whatever. Like I gotta go see him tomorrow, type shit, to help him do some things because he's having a tough time because he's having surgery. So I gotta go help him. That's just how it is. Like you judge a man by his works, judge a man by his word. You don't judge a man. Judging somebody based on how they look is stupid. Like probably the stupidest thing you could do. But that being said, since I did say I'm a 5%, we might as well just go right to the
Knowledge born.
Yes, sir. All right, so today's mathematics is 1 knowledge plus 8 build or destroy, all being born to 9, which is born. So that means you got to be the one to know what to build, because building is adding positivity in your life. Destroying is taking away the negativity. So once you realize what you need to take away, what you need to build, then you born. That's what you bring into your life. So 9 is the born. So you realize whatever you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Once you realize, okay, let me add this, let me take away this, then this is what I bring into life. You feel me? This is a new thing that I'm birthing into my life. You feel me? So you always gotta watch that. Like the build to destroy thing, like I said before, you're either building or you're destroying. You can't do both at the same time. It's impossible. Like you're either building up or you're destroying. Now, I'm going to get into my topic because this is also about bringing things into life. I had somebody ask me the other day, actually today, because somebody came to me, they want lessons. So they were like, they want knowledge itself. So they was like, yo, is calling yourself God like egotistical? I said, what you mean? Like, cause they're like, oh, you know, God, da, 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 da. Everybody has their own version of what God is, right? So my version of God is like this. If God, like atheists call it the placebo effect, witches call it spirit, spells, Christian people call it God, universe. We all have an inner voice, right? If you can take what that inner voice is, or you can take something out of your mind and make it real, that's godlike ability, because you just really drew it up from nothing, right? If you can say, yo, I want to buy a house. Now, everything is a process, just like when the God in the Bible, he had a process of creating the earth. It took him 7 days to do it. It was still a process. You want to do something, you have to set that process in motion. Okay, I'm hungry. The process now to get the food is you have to cook the food or go buy the food or whatever you got to do. But it started in here. You told yourself, I'm hungry. You didn't wait for nobody to feed you. The food just didn't magically appear. You set it in process. A lot of times we take for granted those type of things. That's what makes me God. I'm God of my universe. I'm not the God. I didn't create all this. I'm a God. You are too. You just have to know that in your mind. They got us so comfortable calling ourselves niggas and all types of other shit that when I say, yo, I'm God in the flesh, people get uncomfortable. I can visibly see motherfuckers look, who the fuck are you? What? I'm God in the flesh. We are made of the same shit. If you look, our bodies are made of carbon. I forgot the other two, but we are made of the same things that make the universe. Mm-hmm. We're basically stardust. We're made of stardust, right? That's why we can tap into certain things. We can water. Why would you not be?
Can I be a god or am I?
Yeah, you're God too. Because here's the thing, you're your mind, right, man? I always believe that, man.
Yeah, see, that was an Opie moment.
Yeah, I like it. I like it though because
it looked like he was like on some Opie shit.
Listen,
right
it's
there.
not like obviously. I know. Obviously in the 5%. I think in the 5%, they stress the black man being God because we came from being called niggas and beat down and slavery. Like, so they came to like wake you up. Like, because if you know the father, Clarence 13X story, he took that knowledge that was in the Nation of Islam and took it outside to the streets. So he went to the street niggas like, yo, do y'all know? Y'all powerful, y'all. He would just take dice, shoot dice. Oh, you rolled the 6? Well, 6 is equality. This is da-da-da-da-da. So it comes from just you, if you can take, because everything is your mind. A man is his mind. That's really, don't matter how physically strong you are, you're your mind. If you can take something out of your mind and make it real, like this podcast, for all 4 of us, this is shit starts in our brain. Yo, we want to do Diamond Throne. Yo, this blah, 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 blah.
Manifestation.
Now it's to be they call it manifest. People call it manifestation. What is that? God manifested the earth. He said, yo, in the beginning was the Word, right? That's what the Bible says, right? In the beginning was the Word. So the Word means he manifested the earth. He thought about it.
To go up.
He thought about it before. He thought about it. He spoke it out loud. Yo,
Don't ask me.
that's what the Word is. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Christian Bible says.
I'm looking at this nut over here.
I see him.
I'm looking at this nut.
Nah, but what I'm saying is this, like
I'm not cutting my God's wisdom.
Nah, but what I'm saying is this. I appreciate it, Lord. I appreciate it, King. But what I'm saying is this. Everybody has their own version of it, even if you are, you know what I'm saying, you don't believe in the higher God that sits in the sky and all that. You're your God of yourself, dog. Every day is Judgment Day.
5%. I like some of the 5%.
It's a way of life. It's a way of life, man. It's not a religion. It's a way of life.
Yeah, mine's the white devil part.
Yeah, but I get,
you get why it happened.
Yeah. I get, like you said, it was created in the 30s and shit like that, where I understand that shit. But there's a lot that's like dope to it too. Like you said, like consider yourself a guy. You got of your own universe, your own world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's basically, you know, you're in control of you. You're in control of your own destiny. Bro. You're in control of a lot of the things that happen in your life. Don't get me wrong. Some things can happen and you have no control over. But ultimately, you still are in control of how you respond to these things and how you react to these things. So ultimately, you're still, so to speak, you're still in like a god, because you still are in control of your world right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
now
I like some of the stuff.
How we view it, how we view the heaven and hell thing is, heaven and hell is not a place you go when you die. It's how you live.
How you live. It's a higher self and a
Like
lower
you
self.
can pick. Every day is Judgment Day, so it's based on your choices. You can have a hellish life, or you can have a heavenly life. It just depends on what you pick. Yeah. Everything is a choice, so it just depends on what the choice you make. So that's why, you know what I mean. That's my topic for the day. You already know, man. Xcel,
and you can't really do.
Yeah.
Speaking of life choices.
Speaking of life choices,
Yo, my man, Hakimi. How you say his name?
I don't know how to say his name.
I don't know how to say his name either.
Hakimi.
Hakimi me.
Hakimi? Am I saying it right?
Hakimi.
Hakimi.
Hakimi, you
Hakimi.
smart, yo. That's all I can say.
What DJ Khaled say? You
Hakimi's
smart.
mom-
How you say his name?
How you say it?
How you say his name?
Nah,
Oh,
it's-
you don't
No,
think
she
he's
said
smart?
he ain't smart.
No,
I've-
you have to get on the mic.
I
and
know.
Say something, first of all.
yeah.
I just don't know his name.
As a woman point of view, I don't think he's smart on that.
Okay.
What is a different perspective?
Why? Because
as
Shorty
a
didn't
woman?
get the
Give your
bag?
perspective.
Oh, you can give your perspective.
why?
Come on. I think I know where you're going because I did some research on this, so I think I know where you're going with it.
Be vocal.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I mean, you could. You're a female.
You're
here,
a female,
so
the only female here, so we want your insight on the
Yeah,
subject.
we
All
need
right.
this.
Speak your piece.
So, you heard like during the whole scandal about divorce thing that he hide his money under his mother's name.
Mm-hmm.
Drug dealers been doing that for years, but go ahead.
Yes, but his wife makes more money than him. But she was behind his success because they met like the age difference.
It's a crazy age difference. It's like 12 years apart. She's older.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So for me, as a woman, if you're my husband and you're hiding money from me to have your mother hold it for me, that's a sign of, nah, you don't even trust me. That's why I'm like pro prenup.
He must have seen something in her. Though.
Yeah. So I'm pro prenup because if I'm able to get married, I had better make sure that my money is on point.
I
Okay?
respect
That's
that.
why I'm pro prenup. Most ladies, like most women in general, we do not want one because it shows to us that you don't trust us when it comes to finance.
Kind of puts like a timestamp on the relationship, too.
Yeah, I respect that.
So people stay forgetting that marriage is a business.
It definitely is.
It is.
It's a business decision.
Yeah, it's a business decision because when you look at marriage, it's like, okay, you have a marriage license, right? That marriage license symbolizes the business plan of how you're going to run your household, right? I got a business degree. That's the way I see it. You know what I'm saying? So as an entrepreneur, it's like a marriage. If you have a business partner, that's your husband, right? Or whatever. And you got a business plan, that's your marriage license. That's the plan of the future of your marriage. Now, if you add money in it, all your expenses symbolize your children, your expenses, like other expenses. Your house is an operation machine, right?
Facts.
So
It takes money to run it. Yeah.
I'm sorry. So
Finance, I should say.
yeah, like it's a decision. It's involved with finance. But if you, let's say you're my husband and you don't trust me with the finance and you hiding money from me, I don't trust you, period. That means we're heading to divorce.
They say that's what most divorces are causes, either finance or infidelity. It's one of the two.
Yeah,
So-
that was a good.
so-
I never even thought about that, but that's
No,
a dope
that was
perspective.
extremely insightful. But no, I saw Xcel actually posted about it earlier today, where he was saying like, I thought this was cool until I found out the reason why this was sparked, and it was sparked
'cause he-
because of the allegations. Can
Yeah,
you
there's
talk
an
about that?
allegation of him. He apparently raped some girl, and he did it in their house, and that's why the divorce is taking place. Or whatever he did, he was wilding in the crib, and allegedly, you know what I'm saying, and that's why the divorce is taking place. And she, like, if you just read the headline, it makes it look like she was a gold digger, but like she said, she actually has a small fortune because she's like an actress or something, wherever they're from. You know what I mean? So I get it. Like, don't get it. Like, if it was the gold digging situation and you hit your mom, you know what I'm
Those
saying?
rape allegations, was he brought up any type of charges?
I think he's still under investigation.
It's
for
still
it.
under investigation.
Yeah. So I don't want to put that on him.
So I got a quick question. So who has more money? Does she have more money or does he have more money?
Right now, he has more money, but at the beginning, she had more money.
In the beginning, she has more money, but put it this way, I think she made a mistake that I don't know if they have a prenup prior to that marriage.
Yeah.
If she had a prenup, then all her assets she can keep that money. But since they don't have I'm not really sure if they have a prenup, she has to pay her husband, regardless of the accusation of rape. You know what I'm saying? So despite the outcome of out of their divorce, she still have to pay him because she's making more money than him. Because beginning of their marriage, she already have a career.
Yeah.
She already
City
have a
Boys,
career.
we up, baby.
I was gonna say,
Sure,
I
he
don't
has
know
a
nothing
career.
about what y'all talking about. It sounds like he's smart to me. I don't hear nothing
Yeah,
but that. He
so-
just seems like he's
'cause
smart.
I was just about to say this, right? So,
It just seems like
So
so I'm
with-
gonna say this,
I
right?
like the
so he gets
perspective,
paid
though.
$1 million a
Perspective.
month. He gets paid $1 million a month, right? His mother is taking 80% of that $1 million a month. He keeps 20% for himself, and if he needs money for anything, he goes to his mother to get whatever he needs.
Correct.
Now, if there's a situation where they get divorced and he takes anything from her money, he's a cornball for that. I also feel like if they get divorced, he should still take care of her and like I don't necessarily feel like he should give her like let's just say he wasn't doing the funny shit or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm definitely not a firm believer in whoever the breadwinner is supposed to give up 50% of their fortune unless in some way, shape, or form you helped me build this empire. But if you did not specifically help me, you wasn't an integral part in building this fucking empire, you do not deserve fucking half of any fortune. Like, and I don't care if that's man or woman. So whatever he did so that his mother was to receive them funds, so that he can protect himself from this situation, I don't feel like he's wrong from that. Obviously, he must have seen something. What he is wrong for was marrying her if you didn't really fucking trust her. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion.
Well, see, it's not so much as that. It's just he got brought up on those rape allegations, so she's leaving him.
Yeah, but even before, like this has been going on before the rape allegations.
Word.
Right.
So what I'm saying is he already had that set up in place,
You hear like
so
a-
that if they were to get divorced,
So you're like a security.
yeah,
net
he
system
ain't got to
for-
give up. He ain't got to give up no
yeah.
bread.
So
I'm curious as to when he started giving his mother the money, or what made him.
From the jump,
was
the
about to
checks
say-
are made out to
Yeah.
her.
No, I know,
Yeah,
I
I was
know.
about to
What
say
I'm
from the
saying
jump.
is was he married? Okay, so he was married to her before he became this.
Yeah, before he
this
got the big contract, he was
multimillionaire
married
and
her.
all of that,
Right,
right?
right, right.
Okay, so there was some time. In
She was the
between
breadwinner at the beginning.
Him becoming a multimillionaire and being married to her. There was a time period. So
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, I'm wondering if something transpired in between that time that made him say, "Nah, I don't know if I could trust her. Maybe I should just do this in case she ever tries to divorce me and take my money." So I'm saying, like, maybe what I mean is maybe they got married and he did have full trust in her. And then within that time, from the time he got married to the time he started getting her bag, or right before that time, maybe something transpired in the middle somewhere where he felt like he couldn't really trust her, and he decided to make that decision. That's all I'm saying.
I just think this is where integrity comes
I don't know
into
if he
play.
know what I'm saying, Chops, is I don't think we know if he married her and didn't fully trust her, was what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Maybe he married her and
Only he
did
knows.
trust her,
Only he
and
knows.
something transpired that made him second guess and say, damn, I might have made the wrong
That's true.
decision, but guess what? Just in case, let me do this.
Or
You know,
he
I
could
don't
have
know, I don't
married her, trusted her,
That's what I
and
mean.
then said, "Yo, I signed this contract for $1 million a month. Maybe I want to make sure that she ain't getting this shit, and my mother's always gonna be in my corner.
Yeah, it
no
could
matter
be.
what.
Yeah, right.
Right.
It could be
Because it could just be the money. It could just be a greed thing.
It could be. It could be.
because
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what I'm saying. It
I
could
think going off Chops' point, like if he did that the way you said, it's like you setting yourself up to fail. Like you're going in with that on your mind already. Like so, you're setting yourself up to fail. And I think like money changes people, right? So he could have went in, and who knows? It could have been his mom's in his ear. Could have been his mom, dude.
I'd like to interject, right? So
Nah, fuck that shit.
Nah, fuck that. You ain't married and you ain't got no kids.
You ain't married with
Some
no
more of
kids,
the
B.
bar bed bullshit.
No, because this is my thing. When he went into the marriage, she had money.
Right.
He knew that.
She was the breadwinner.
She was giving her 100%. She wasn't hiding money from him. So the fact that when he started making money, he made the conscious decision to hide money from her, that was shicey shit. Regardless of whether he saw something
But we don't
that
know
was
why.
concerning.
But we don't know why though. We're assuming it's shitey shit.
Regardless
We don't know
of the why, you made a commitment. And that's the thing I feel like people tend to kind of like overlook when it comes to the whole marriage thing, because they're like, oh, well, it's just a business. And it's like, it's ignoring the moral imperative of the commitment that you made in front of God and your family to this person in front of you. At the end of the day, I made a stance in front of everybody to say, yo, you are the person that I'm committed
So
to.
I'm supposed to just let this.
Hold on, nah.
I'm not saying like that means
She might have
anything,
bad
because
shopping habits. She could
there
be-
are situations in which, like, you know, things get extreme where it's like, you know, your spouse is abusive, and you know what I mean. A lot of crazy stuff could happen.
Any red flag in general, bro.
Right.
Are you
But
saying that because you're married
to do something like that behind their back instead of trying to work it out, where it's like, if you saw a red flag that was worthy enough for you to be like, yo, I can't trust this person, that should have been a conversation that you had
With money, though.
beforehand.
You just couldn't trust her with money. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, I
What I'm
think.
saying is it could have.
Yo.
We don't know when this transpired. You understand what I'm saying, bro? We don't know when it transpired, though. It could have. It could have transpired before, and like Chop said, maybe it was a distrust thing, and he still got married to her. Could have transpired after, and then he said, "You know what? Let me play it safe." Or it could just be a greed thing, like Chop's alluded
Or
to. At
it's-
that.
it's so many
Or it
different
could be-
scenarios we
it
could
could
play
be
off of.
different things. We
Yeah.
don't really know why. Everybody is assuming
Exactly.
why he put this in his mother's name,
Speculating.
and we're all just kind of like killing him up as to, oh, he didn't trust her, or making the woman out to be
It could've
some
been him too,
kind
fam.
of bad individual, or she
Right.
did
It's
something
all
wrong.
speculation
None of
at
us
this
know.
point.
I didn't
Right.
hear her. He didn't give a statement yet. He didn't say anything.
'Cause like
so it's a
Peazy
bunch
said,
of speculation.
He might have knew he was a piece of shit, and down the line he might get jammed up with some shit, and he put that money up.
And it's like Peazy
You know what I
said
mean?
too, like something simple like that. Like, yo, yeah, Shorty got money, but she blows 80% of her bread. So when I get my bread, I'm a, you know what I mean? So
Or
could have
she
been
could have
anything.
married him, and yeah, she got the bag in the beginning, right? But she clearly could have seen. It's like, for instance, let's say LeBron James's wife, right? She, although she's a good woman, we know that. But what I'm saying is, figuratively speaking, she could have made more money than him in the beginning, but she damn sure knew he was about to be a superstar.
That's true.
So it can make it look like I had no ulterior motive because I made more money than you. I didn't need you and all. Yeah, but you knew I was going to be the next Michael Jordan. So who's to say that, you know what I'm saying? That's not why you, who's to say? So we don't know, like the whole, you know, this is the discussion where there's a bunch of speculation at the moment.
No, of
And it's
course.
great conversation, but realistically, none of us really know.
Yeah, there's no way that
we
we
really
could
don't know yet.
I just always like to like make.
But I ain't mad at him for giving his mother all that bread.
Yeah.
Nah.
At the end of the
mad
day,
at
There's definitely a
there
reason
should
behind
always
it.
be a distinction.
Only he knows that reason, though.
There should always be a distinction between objectively, it was a smart move. Business standpoint, smart move. There's nobody that can
Yeah,
be
of
like,
course,
oh, he
of
did
course.
something. No, that was a smart move.
Objectively speaking, absolutely.
Objectively speaking, morally speaking, it now could come into question. And that's really the only thing, is like doing something behind your spouse's back who you're committed to.
Sometimes you got to test people.
Oh, here we go.
I'm,
We here.
I'm just gonna say this, right?
For real.
I think
You got to test people's loyalty.
personally,
It's real shit, though, Nyce.
I think that if you didn't trust her, you shouldn't have married her.
Period.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we all agree.
And then once you married her, if you felt like you didn't want to give her half your fortune or whatever the fuck it was, whenever the variables changed, you should have let it be known.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like she said, you know what I'm saying? You're really being deceitful at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And if you have a marriage, it's supposed to be built on trust and integrity and, you know, all those great foundation things that we talk about. You know what I'm saying? And how he went about it, I just feel like it was wrong. Like you said, great business decision. You know what I'm saying? kudos to him for saving his fortune, but it was kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Can I just say,
Hakimi
in
is
a
smart.
woman's point of view? So, in this situation, we don't know what's going to happen despite of the divorce. But in a woman's perspective, I think he was wrong. That was trifling. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't, when it comes to any relationship, despite his business or marriage or whatever type of relationship, when it comes to finance, you got to discuss it firsthand after dating, because you're making a final decision of your life.
It's a life decision, right?
It's a life decision, pretty much, because you're making bread, and if you're not making bread, there's going to be problems. There will be problems in the near future on your finance. So you always have to. Us women, we're very emotional. We don't think logically when it comes to finance.
Yo, we have an accountable woman in the
I like
building, yo. We have an accountable
We
woman
don't-
Let's
in the
rewind
building.
that. When it comes to finance,
Gunshots for her.
Just everything.
when it comes to everything,
Everything.
you
No,
guys do
it's-
not think logical at all.
No.
Y'all think emotion.
No,
Wait, yo,
like
No, you're right.
What
Women
but
think
what she's saying is,
with their hearts. Y'all are emotional.
yeah,
you think
we
if
are
I
very
fuck him, he's
emotional
gonna like me.
because, like, for example, like you cheat on any of, like when it comes to cheating or infidelity or anything, we don't think. We just like we think of our emotions, you know. We just like we kill you first and ask questions
That's a
later,
woman. That's a
kind of
woman.
mentality.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like, for me, any woman is very different. I'm a businesswoman. I think logically, but not with my emotion.
Got
Now,
you.
you have to separate business and marriage, period. Okay? There's a time and a place to discuss finance. Rather, if it's finance, like let's say you're running a business, but outside of the home, it's have to be focused on business. But if it's inside the home, you got to discuss finance, like who's going to take care of what? Who's going to operate this? Who's going to fix the car? Who's going to maintain the operation of the house?
Who's gonna fix things?
So, huh?
Who's gonna fix things?
Yeah, you would say who's going to fix things? Who's going to
listen,
Wife
Yeah.
ain't doing it.
listen.
Talking
I
about.
put it to you like this.
So
even know what you-
you
Listen, I
gotta
put it
put
to-
trust in it. You
Yeah.
gotta.
She made that
It's a
shit sound good,
partnership.
like it was a real
Who's gonna fix?
discussion.
Who's gonna
Like it
fix?
was a real
No, it's a-
Yo, you heard her? She goes, "Who's gonna fix the car?
Who's fixing the
What?
car?
Who's
Who's
That's
taking out
us.
the trash?
That's us.
Who's gonna fix the
There are
roof?
women in
Well, yeah, listen,
construction.
Who's gonna mow the
There are
lawn?
women in automotive
But nah,
work.
nah.
What are
Nah,
we
but
talking
listen,
And
about?
if they got a man at home,
He's
That
doing
has
that
to,
shit.
you have to have those questions
listen.
with.
Oh, so all those women are single?
But listen, I'll
and
tell you.
if there's a
Women,
man,
women in construction are all single?
if there's
No.
a man at home, he's taking out the trash.
Yeah, he's taking on track.
There's a lot of
I'll
women
put
in
it to you like
construction
this.
right now, though.
I just watched something today with
I
50.
know like three of them. You know something? All three of them are single.
I watched something today with 50 Cent, right? 50 Cent, he was talking about his grandfather. And he said his grandfather, they lived off his grandfather's income. So when he was a kid, he used to be like, yo, granddad, why do you give grandma the whole check? He was like, he didn't understand. He's like, but when he got to be an adult, he figured out why. Because if I give her the whole check, she knows what's there. So she doesn't get emotional and get caught up in what I could be doing. She knows exactly what I'm doing,
Exactly.
what she can get, what is being what I can do. As you know what I'm saying? Like,
My
Sounds
grandfather-
like insecurity and a lack of trust
Nah,
to me.
that's the old school mentality.
But
My
that's
grandfather-
old school. My grandfather did the
used to
same
do it, my
shit.
grandmother too. My mother tells me all the time. He would just
Yeah.
give her the check every week,
My stance stays the same.
and then he make his little money
I
selling
think
moonshine and shit.
in this case, if he didn't trust Shorty off the rip, he shouldn't have dealt with her. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't go in any life
Well,
commitment
I
with
think when you're
motherfuckers
in
you don't
any
trust.
relationship, before you decide to get married to somebody, you should be testing them regardless. You should
100%.
be
Let's
testing
go.
their loyalty.
Let's
and
go.
you know
make
what I'm
sure
saying?
your
It's
You
like
finances
gotta know how they handle money. You gotta know
Yeah.
all that shit about
gotta
them,
test
man.
people.
Just like Fat
Just
Joe.
like
your
Fat Joe.
finances
Just
on
like Fat
paper,
Joe.
on contract,
Yeah.
regardless. I don't care if it's like it should be required to have your own money. Period. Period.
You
Now
gotta have loyalty tests.
you got your
yo, I'm
own
telling you
money,
right
and
now.
your wife got her own money, and then that last account should be a joint account.
joint account,
Period.
There
I
you
don't
go.
understand these days where people complaining about, oh, his money is my money. I understand if you wanted to go through that traditional route, absolutely, his money is our money. His money is my money.
Got you.
But modern day, my money is my money, his money is my money, and whatever the money in that house is going towards that house, period. It's not going outside, period.
Yeah, women have entitlement issues.
Yeah, so
But
now,
it's not. It's I don't. Why?
Listen,
It started to get
Listen,
emotional
boy.
again.
listen, we not even about to go
It's
there.
starting to get emotional
Listen,
again.
sometimes
his
you gotta
money is my
listen.
money, my money is my money, and the rest of his money goes into the house. That sounds like entitlement to me.
Yeah, I think
That
she
sounds
said it the
like
wrong way.
Yeah,
though.
she said it the wrong
Is that
way.
what you
I
meant,
wrong-
or you
no,
said it the
She
wrong
said his
way?
money is his money.
No, that's exactly
I
what she
think
meant.
she meant his
I
money.
think she meant to say his
modern day.
She said
modern
modern
day.
Modern day,
His
like-
money is my money.
My money
My
is
money
my
is
money.
my money,
That's
and
how
the rest
women
of
think.
his money goes into the house.
That's how women think right now.
Now,
That's what you said, right?
yeah, but if
Okay,
they
so
wanted to
entitlement.
go, some women wanted a traditional man, like to take care of the house. There's still women out there. For me personally, in today's society, there's a lot of. I prefer to get my own money because, God forbid, if I decided to get married, I make sure you gotta have a prenup. Prenup stands for I trust you to not screw me over in my marriage. If you cheat on me and had a baby on me, I'll make sure I put it in the contract that I will make sure I'll bankrupt you to do that. That's the
See,
most
you go-
disrespect
It sounds
you
like you
can do
going
to
to
me.
marriage vengeful already.
Yeah,
though.
so-
Yeah,
already
because
done.
like I think it's a business. I want a legacy. Some women want a legacy.
Yeah, but you don't make that step with somebody unless you're like 100%.
Unless you know what time
Yeah.
it
You
is.
know what time it is with them.
That's cap. There's no such thing as 100%. We know
You
in
gotta
this
feel
in this world.
confident.
There's no
You
such
gotta
thing
be
as
sec-
guarantees.
I don't want to say 100%. You
But
wanna
you
be
have
secure.
to know, and you got to be
You
secure.
can, but my thing is just like things could change in a year.
Yeah,
let
but-
alone
True,
30
true,
years.
true,
so
true.
like this
Yeah, but you-
concept of like
here's what I'm saying.
assurance can last
But here's
in the
what I'm
first
saying:
year.
you shouldn't go into any life commit with anybody that you don't know their character.
Exactly.
Facts.
I
now,
agree.
you said things
I
can change,
agree.
but here's what don't change: your character.
That's
Like
facts.
these three brothers I sit with, their circumstance
The way-
might change,
What's your name again,
but
man?
I don't know their
Victoria.
character won't.
Victoria, it sounds like you going into like a relationship with a lot of doubt. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Especially
Sounds
in
like
this
you're going
dating
with a
game.
lot of doubt.
I don't blame her.
And look, and I'm gonna
I'm
tell you
gonna
like
say-
this. I'm gonna tell you
You
like
shouldn't
this.
even be going that step with somebody if
Miss
there's that much
Victoria, I'm gonna
doubt.
tell you
Yeah.
like this, right?
Right.
If you go into a relationship thinking like that, I honestly feel like you're automatically going in like with the idea that you're gonna be looking for like problems. It's almost like when you go through your man's phone, if you're looking for something, you're gonna find it regardless, whether it's something genuine or not. Like that's why they tell you like don't go through your man's phone because you're gonna find something
you're looking for.
yeah,
right.
you find something you're looking for. Like whether he's doing something or not, anything could be deemed, as him cheating or whatever. So
Inappropriate.
yeah, inappropriate. So like going into that situation, I kind of feel like you might want to kind of rethink things. Just
It sounds like marriage ain't for
I
you,
can
Vicky.
just tell you about like how I'm feeling when it comes to dating and all that situation. Some, including myself, I'm healing from toxic relationship and
That's what
all of that.
that's what it sounds
When
like.
you're not healed of your past trauma, you can't move forward to
Can't
the
move
next
forward.
one.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Our
So in order
last
for
pod,
me-
we just talked about that.
In order for me personally to be in a new relationship, I have to make sure that person has character, moral values, and trust. Trust is very important to me.
Los.
You know what I'm saying? Trust is if I'm able to trust you with other people. Would you trust me with your life? That's the question you always ask. Would you trust me with your life? Would I trust you with his life? You got to build trust. If there's no trust, there's no relationship, period.
Yeah.
Now, I'm older. Like, I'm in my mid-30s. So the women in my age group are in marriages that is very miserable. Some of us decided to not be married at all because of what's really going on in the dating pool. We have high expectation of what we want in a man. But some of us don't know what we want in a man,
I
period.
feel that's the problem, though. The expectations. There's nothing wrong with set.
We about to get the whole
Whole nother shit. That's the problem. That's the problem with the
because
expectations.
I got a lot to say about
Because a lot of y'all
all that shit.
expectations don't be
You gonna be here
realistic.
next week?
Yeah,
All
she
right, we'll
will.
get into it next
Yeah,
week, man.
yeah, we're gonna have to have a whole nother.
We'll get into it
But
next week.
speaking of loyalty,
Yeah. Speaking of loyalty, sometimes not only do you have to test your wife, you got to test your friends too.
yes.
Yeah.
Fat
Shout out-
Joe had a
Fat-
interview with who that interview with?
I think it was Was it Drink Champs?
No, it wasn't Drink Champs. It wasn't Drink Champs. It was somebody else.
I know he told this story
It was
multiple
the
times.
little-
though.
what's the football dudes that got the?
Oh, I Am Athlete.
I Am Athlete.
I Am Athlete. That's what it was. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, he basically, Fat Joe, if you know Fat Joe, he used to, Terror Squad, he used to run 100 deep, mad motherfuckers, and basically he tested all his friends' loyalty by saying, yo, I'm broke.
I'm broke, baby.
I lost it. I
It's
lost
50
it
of
all.
them. He said he called 50 of them.
50 of his boys and was like, I'm broke. And he said only about 6 of them was like, yo, it don't matter. I'm still rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still riding. It don't matter if you broke. I rock with you because I rock with you. And sometimes, like, I think sometimes you do got to do that, especially if you're in a position where you are the breadwinner of a circle of people. Like, because at the end of the day, even with, like, for me, like with the battle rap, I'm not saying here going to say I'm rich or anything like that. But I know my position. A lot of people want to be next to me because they think being next to me gets them some extra clout. Go back to clout conversation. Or whatever. Like, so sometimes I might do some shit just to test somebody's merit, just to see if you really rock with me because I'm me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
shit.
and I think a lot of times when you're in a position where you're providing for people and you're the guy that you're always providing, I think if you have anybody in your circle, the minute y'all disagree or the minute you tell them no and they take it personal, they was never there for you. They was there for what they could get out of the
It was
situation.
for the benefit of the
You know what I'm saying?
relationship.
So that's just my take on the situation.
I think it's important to know.
Right.
I was just saying, I never needed new friends. I needed real friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, and that's important for I think everybody to understand that there's only one kind of friend, and it's a real friend. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So make sure everybody in your circle is a real friend, and they're
Right.
there, and there's no ulterior motive, and they're willing to stand by you through the good, the bad, whether you can give them something, you can't give them something. They're willing to sacrifice for you. They care about your well-being the same way they care about their own well-being. I mean, that's what real love and loyalty is, bro.
You
know
go
what I'm
bust down
saying?
that combo plate,
People
give you
gonna
half
rock
their
with you.
rice.
Yeah, for
They're
sure.
gonna rock with you for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not because of what you can do for them or
Half a
what
wing,
you
I'll
can
take the
give
flat,
'em
baby.
and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man, just go to jail, man. You're gonna figure out everything.
Yeah, yo, Chop, you said just go to jail. You gonna know.
Just go
all
to
you need
jail.
to
You
know.
gonna
I
figure
didn't
out
even hear what he
everything.
was saying because he always does that. When I be in the middle of talking, he always throws
Nah,
in
he
these
said,
fucking
but-
talking about
comments. I don't
splitting
be knowing what the
Chinese
fuck
food.
he's
Splitting
talking
Chinese-
I'm
about.
adding on to
He
you.
said
I'm
split-
adding on to your story. Go ahead, Nyce. My
He said
bad, my
split
bad,
them
my bad.
split
like,
Chinese food
I hear
plates
it
and shit.
always after the fact. When I'm doing the probably listen. I was like, oh, that's what people was saying. I don't be hearing this shit.
No, get your shit off, Nyce. My fault.
Nah, that's all I was saying.
Too late.
No, he said,
Yeah,
yeah.
just go to jail, bro.
Yeah.
Just go to jail. You're gonna figure out everything you need to know. Just be broke. You're gonna figure out
You
everything
just be broke.
you need to know.
Yeah, just tell
know what I'm
motherfuckers
You
saying?
no.
gotta go to jail.
Or
I don't
say
know
I
why
ain't-
Chops is influencing
Or
motherfuckers
say
to
I,
go to jail.
or say I ain't got
Just
it.
go to jail. You gonna learn bad lessons.
Fuck you talking about over
You
here?
will.
Hey,
You will, but don't influence that though.
I mean, if you dumb enough to really go to jail to find out who your friends are, I mean,
like come on, man.
Yeah. I would just say
know.
tell motherfuckers no. Just say you ain't got it or whatever. Like Nyce said, real friends.
that be the shit to be killing me.
Broken hard times will
The
show you
minute
who
you
your
tell a
people are.
motherfucker no, motherfuckers act like,
You ain't say yes 10,000 times.
yo, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, oh, all right, yo, damn, yo. Like, one of my mans did that shit to me one day. Like, he like asked me for a couple dollars, and I was like, yo, I ain't got it. And he was like, damn, yo, like I thought I could count on my brother. And I said, count on your brother? I said, bro, I told you no, and now you talking about count on your brother? I said, bro, I talk to you every day. I said, I talk to you every week for the last some odd weeks. I said, yo, you don't know what the fuck I'm going through because you ain't never asked.
You never asked.
Every time I talk to you, it's about what you got going on
100%.
and your problems and your issues. I said, my wife threw her back out. She ain't worked in like a month and a half. I said, we didn't have COVID in this house. COVID ran all through my house. Ain't nobody worked in like 2 months. And my motherfucking tenants moved out. I said, bro, I got fucking bills,
yeah.
bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and like you gonna try and run a guilt trip like on me of all people. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit like took me for a loop. And I was like pissed off. Like he apologized after and everything, but like that's how that shit be. It'd be like, yo, the minute that you
It's like
you
friend
tell somebody
entitlement.
no.
Yeah.
Like motherfuckers feel some type of way, yo.
And some people are narcissists, yo. They try to spin everything like, it's your fault.
Of course.
Yeah.
You make you feel bad. Like, so I can't depend on my friend. What is this, a fucking trauma bond?
I'm trying to tell
Yeah,
you.
but
That's like
Like,
a
I'm the reason you
that's like a
fucked up.
manipulation
You know what I'm
tactic,
saying?
though.
What are we
Nah.
going through?
That's
here?
like a
You trying to
manipulation
manipulate
tactic,
me
though.
like no bullshit. Like you talking to me like I'm some female you just be beating
Word.
in the head, bro.
Word.
Yeah, like
What are we
that's a
doing? What we
fact.
doing here? You know what I mean? I said no. I ain't. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Like even in
Take
situ-
it. That's it.
Yeah, like even the
The answer's not gonna
situation I
change.
went through, I had text y'all when we was talking about my man. He wanted me to do something with him, and I was like, nah. And then the minute I told him nah, he brought up like wild shit that how you go to New York and fuck with niggas in New York. Like, dog, you was holding that in the whole time, bro. Like,
Them niggas is dangerous.
like it's wicked. Like how
Them
you
niggas is
yeah,
dangerous.
That's
like,
when they'll get you jammed up and leave you stinking.
like are you like you know what I'm saying? So
Because
like,
some people are, back to the word I used earlier, entitled, yo. They think that you owe them something. You know what I'm saying? I don't owe you shit. Nobody owes you shit. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
Like, yeah, I might have had a little help here and there, but for the most part, everything I got was on my own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and even if somebody does help you, it don't mean that you owe them.
Right.
It just means that they helped you, and it would be cool if you turned around and maybe gave something back or gave them a helping hand. If you're above them now and they're climbing up, you could do the right thing and turn around and, hey, yo, look, man, here, you know what I'm saying? One hand wash the other. But factually speaking, I don't owe you shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You helped me because you wanted to help me.
Right.
If I help somebody, I'm just helping somebody because that's my character, bro.
right.
And you don't have to do
Being
shit
genuine.
for me after that. Only thing I'm gonna pay attention to is whether or not I felt as though you at least appreciated this shit. If you didn't appreciate it, then I'll never fucking help you again in my life. You know what I'm saying? That's all I care about. It's not whether or not you turned around and reciprocated the favor or something like that. Like, hey, look, if I need a favor and you chose not to do it, you don't owe me shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I might say, well, he or she could have, because when they was in a time of need, I helped them, cool. But I always live by, but they don't owe me shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't owe me shit. And when I did do something for them, I only based it on, the only thing I paid attention to was whether or not I felt as though they appreciated it. That's
that's
it,
a
bro.
fact. And like Chops was saying with his situation, I never want any of my brothers, family, friends to do anything. Like if it's gonna hurt you to help me, just chill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want you to be worse off because you helped me. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like that's kind of some fucked up shit. Like if it's gonna hurt you to help me, like if you like, yo, bro,
Unless you like a wingman or something, like,
Yeah.
yo, man, fuck that shorty real quick. Man.
yeah,
Shy brother. Shy brother.
Yeah,
bro.
that's the only instance. But if it's like, yo, if I hit you, yo, bro, you got a couple dollars, yo, listen, bro, I ain't got it, because you ain't even got to explain it to me, because I know if we brothers, you telling me you ain't got it, that means you really don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even.
Sometimes when people explain from certain people, when I hear from certain people, it's because they generally don't got it and they just feel like they have to explain why they don't.
Yeah, some people are like that. I'm like that. I like clarity.
They just don't want to give you a cut and dry answer.
Yeah,
That depends on the individual, though.
And then you got the people that just ain't never got it.
Right.
They can have good jobs. They can have fucking no real bills or whatever, and they just don't got it for whatever the fuck they got going on. They just don't got it, which really is not my motherfucking problem.
That's a fact.
I'm sorry. Like, I'm not, like, I got 3 kids.
I was about to say, you got your own family to worry
That's
about.
it.
Right.
Like, straight
You
up.
got your own
Like,
family to worry about.
the last thing I'm trying to do is fucking carry grown ass men. Like,
that's a
and,
fact.
and everybody gets in their situations where they need help. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that and I sympathize with that. If I can be in your corner and hold you down, of course, I got
I don't
you.
sympathize with it because I had motherfuckers in my life that I damn near carried at one point.
But yeah, and for me,
I'm all set
I
with
think
them.
I try like monetary. I try to take care of myself. Like, but my friends, like especially like for y'all, like things that y'all help me with is not monetary. Like you told me some shit, yo. You're the landlord of your own brain. That shit is more valuable than money to me because it's like, I deal with my thoughts.
You love that saying because you be saying
I
that
like
shit
it
a lot.
because I used to be I used to let shit get to me. So when he told me that, it was like, you right,
truth,
my
though.
nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Certain shit. You told me one day, you was like, yo, don't ever call yourself the little man because you young, it don't matter. We all equals. Like, that's the first time I ever had somebody
You is kind of small though.
Like tell me like, yo, it don't matter.
You definitely give off low nigga vibes.
Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. You know what I'm saying? But you feel me though? Like it's just that. But that's just that type of shit. So it's like I look for the help that comes in different ways. You know what I'm saying?
What did I tell you?
Yeah. Nice. Listen, I'm gonna keep it real.
Yo,
Are
Nyce is
you're just gonna leave me out?
No, I'm not. I'm never gonna leave you out. I'll tell you like this. Nice on some real shit. Like you, like we build intellectually all the time.
Yeah.
So
Nah,
it's
fuck that.
I
shit.
sharpen my
I'm gonna
sword.
keep it 100. Yo, when your ass got flamed in Providence, this nigga put that fucking
Yeah,
battery.
that's a
Nah, he
fact.
did, though.
That's a
He did,
fact.
though.
He put the battery in my
on
back.
Your neck.
Nah, he put
the battery
yo,
right
look,
in my back.
look, yo, if you ain't gonna do this shit for real,
Yeah, that's a
motherfucking,
fact.
yo, you
That's a
you
1000%
gotta figure this
fact.
shit out because yo, boom, 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 boom,
Yep.
and ever since then,
I've been
it's been
whooping ass.
flawless victory.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
nah,
saying?
that's a fact.
No
Just because I
bullshit.
know, because I know bro's potential. I'm like, yo, dog.
That's
the
a
ex
fact.
that I know, the ex that I know is. I'm not saying it because this is before I knew him personally. I used to be like, not even just become he was from the city either. I'm honestly speaking. I used to be like, he's one of the nicest battle rappers I've ever heard, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that night, it was I seen X up there, and what happened, I was like, that's not the X that I've got to know. That's not the X that I seen
His mind was
battle
probably in
all
another
these
place at
years.
the
I'm
time.
like,
Nah, he was comfortable.
Nah,
He was cocky.
I said
He was
X
cocky and
has gotten
comfortable,
I wasn't
bro.
there. Y'all was there.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
said
he was
X,
cocky and
They're not
comfortable.
lying.
that's what it was.
They're not lying.
And
And
dude
sure-
wasn't playing.
And
Dude
sure
wasn't
enough,
playing.
playing
and
at
sure
all.
enough, Nice hit me. Yo, I was like, yo.
we're not
Sure
gonna
enough,
do
I said
this,
I hit
bro.
niggas. I was like, yo, that was apology. And Nice was like, yo, check this out.
Excuses only
the
sound
big-
good to the
I
people
seen
that
it.
make
We don't
it.
want no apologies.
Long
Nigga,
message.
You gotta get that get back.
And then
fuck
boom,
that.
and then
I'm
yeah,
ready.
so Nice
Flame
put
everybody.
the back. Now, like Atlanta, when I was kicking ass, blame Nice. Every time you see me fucking somebody up,
I was
Blame
like,
Nice.
yo,
But I
he
appreciate
said
it.
something, and I was like, yo,
he went off.
excuses only
Now you said
sound
some
good to
shit
those
about
who
his,
make
his,
them,
his
dog.
voice or his breathing or some
Yeah,
shit.
I said, I'm
I
not-
was- yo,
I said, I'm not
motherfucker,
hearing none of that.
You better cut this shit out.
Yeah, he
like,
cut
we're
that
not-
shit
we're
out.
not
You said
hearing
you was
that.
sick or some
Yeah, he
shit.
was like, yo, you
Yeah.
shouldn't have did it. Like
So you
Nice was
shouldn't have
keeping
did
it,
it
you know what I
then,
mean?
dog. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the
Yeah.
fact. So I get something from all my friends. I think that you got to look for whatever motivates you. You got to look for it from your people.
Because sometimes we
100%.
all can get comfortable, and sometimes we can be comfortable and fall into a slump. We have other things going on in life where we just lose focus, and we're not on our square. And as a friend, bro, that's your job to make sure your man's
That's
on
what a
his
real
square
friend
as
does.
well
That's what a
at
real
all
friend does,
times,
though.
bro.
Real shit.
You feel me, man?
your friends
And
ain't
you're supposed to
pushing you to be
check
better,
in.
man.
Yeah, push
You know what I
you.
mean? Check in with your people, dog. You know what I'm saying? Realistically, dog.
Stay away from the friends that enable your fucked up behaviors.
Right.
Chops was saying some fire shit the other day about that shit, but I'll let you build on it, bro, because you said it better than me.
Yeah, so it was funny because like a couple weeks ago, like I was just sitting there thinking, like, about like the people that always check on everybody else aren't usually the people that get checked on. You know what I'm saying? Like I happen to be like one of those people that always check on everybody. Like I always make sure like my people's is good. I reach out, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I ain't talked to my man in like, a few weeks or a month or whatever. Some people I talk to more than others, but there's certain people that like, you got your I talk to this dude every day. I talk to this person every week. I talk to this person once a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I had to, like I really sat back and I thought about it. I'm like, dag, yo, like let me just shoot a text out to all my peoples. You know what I'm saying? And just see how everybody's doing. You know what I'm saying? So I started shooting texts out like, yo, you know what I mean? Just making sure you good, making sure, you doing all right, blah, blah, blah. And like,
I ain't get that text.
nah, because I talk to you like every fucking day.
Yeah, we-
like, what the fuck I gotta text you for?
I know how you do it. I speak to you every 5 minutes.
You know what I'm saying? But like I sent out the text to everybody, you know what I'm saying? And like some of the people hit me back and was like, yo, I'm good. Like, yo, you straight? Like, yo, you need to talk. And honestly, like, yo, I was really going through something. Like I was stressing out. I was like low key, like depressed. Like I don't get in like depressed stages, but like I have my moments where like I be going through so much because I'm always
just
trying
low.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I be low because I'm always trying to do so much, and I plan and I like I try and like fix everything so that like like everything's in order. Like I'm really calculated when I do things. And sometimes that shit don't work out the way that I wanted to. And like that shit stresses me out. You know what I'm saying? And like a couple of the people had hit me back like, yo, like I'm good. Like, yo, you all right? How you doing? Like everything's good. Like, how you doing though? Like, yo, you want to talk? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And no bullshit, that shit lifted my spirits. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the type to put my problems on anybody or really talk about my problems, but just the fact that motherfuckers even asked, like it made me feel better. You know what I'm saying? And then like there was some people that just literally like just kept telling me about their problems like they always do. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, damn, yo, like shit's crazy because when I be thinking about it, it's like, damn, you don't never ask if I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? But I always ask if you're all right. You know what I'm saying? And there's nobody in this world that don't go through shit. Everybody goes through shit. But if you're the person that every time you got problems, you're calling that one person to vent to, you know what I'm saying? Like, every once in a while, you should check on them and make sure that they're all right. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that they're doing okay. You know what I'm saying? Whether you got good news or bad news or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might fuck around and you might be having a fucked up day. You know what I'm saying? But the person that you're calling to vent to, their day might be 10 times worse than yours. Right. But they're going to put their feelings to the side and keep quiet because they feel like they need to be there for you. So they're not going to tell you what's really going on with them. You know what I'm saying? And like every once in a while, before you unload all your problems on somebody else, you know what I'm saying? You gotta kind of check and make sure they're all right. You know what I mean? Cause like, I just remember I had a crazy day and like I took the weight of my man's problems and I took the weight of this person's problems. I took the weight of this person's problems. And I was already going through my own shit. Right. And yo, when I tell you that shit like brought me down so low because I was already going through stuff. And like I remember talking to my wife and I'm just like, yo, like this shit's crazy. Like,
nobody checks in with
I'm
me.
dealing with this and I'm dealing with that and then I'm dealing with this and that. And I got to solve this problem for this person and solve this problem for this person and try and figure this out. And it was just too much. I'm like, yo, I'm dealing with my own shit.
I can ask you something. Why do you take on those extra loads, though?
Because that's how I've been my entire life, bro. I've always been the point person, bro. I've always been the point person my entire life, bro. Like I'm the only male in my immediate family. Right, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I got my mother, my grandmother, my wife, my 3 daughters. You know what I'm saying? Then I have, like, my friends who, like, I've, you know, like, we all grew up together. Like, I've always been that point person. You know what I'm saying?
If it's the same scenario every time, it turns into a never-ending street.
Nah, but I definitely.
So that shit's never gonna stop, man.
No, you're right.
So you gotta learn to spin off on some people.
Yeah, I do. I do sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But some people I just can't spin on because there's been times where like they really needed me too. So at the same time, I feel obligated. Like I've been in tough moments and like there's certain people that have been in my corner. So me, I'm forever gonna be loyal to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. You know who's who in your life.
Yeah.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? I don't do that shit for everybody. I don't do that.
Okay,
I used to. But I don't do that no more. I shaved all that shit off. You know what I mean? But like I just you know, you're right, but you know, you definitely gotta check on your point people. Those point people in your life, it's important. It's important to check on them too.
I've had someone say to me one time, yo, I figured, you know, you always seem like you good, because I had brought that to their attention. I said, yo, dog, no, you ain't never asked me how I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been fucked up. You ain't asked me how I'm doing. And he was like, nah, but you always, you know what I mean? You always seem like you good, bro. You know what I'm saying? You always, you make shit happen, da-da-da. So I said, yo, just because I don't let people see me sweat doesn't mean that I don't fucking sweat,
It's a fact. It's a big fact.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't show it, bro. But that's your excuse for not checking in with me? Yeah. That's your excuse for not making sure I'm all right or ever asking how I'm doing?
It don't even cross most motherfuckers' minds.
And the problem is, this is the problem, bro. It's when it's because you you appear to always have your shit together, people think you always have your shit together.
Which is the craziest thing in the world because nobody.
As if you're like a superhuman, though.
Right.
Yeah, for
You're like,
real.
yo,
That's-
I'm not, you know what I'm saying, bro?
Like
I
you
just
don't go through shit.
You feel me? I just don't reveal it as easy or as much as other people, bro. But I'm human. I go through shit, bro. I just don't like to, I don't like to let people see me sweat. That's just something I was taught. And it might be pride and it might be ego and it might not benefit me, but that's who I am. And it doesn't mean that you shouldn't check in on me sometimes. Just because I may be the one that you turn to and ask for advice, and I get it all the time. I know I'm one of those people. And I get random inboxes from people all the time on my social media. Nice, yo, can I get your advice on something? Yeah, I mean, apparently, I give good advice. You know what I'm saying? Cool. But
Virgo shit.
yeah, but it doesn't mean that I don't go through things, dog. You know what I'm saying? I just, I don't know. The bottom line is just because someone doesn't appear to sweat, bro, doesn't mean that they don't need you to check in on them.
Facts.
No, that's a fact. I definitely empathize with you, Nyce, and Chops, as far as being a point person. Like, there's a lot of people in my life that just call me, ask me for advice and shit like that. Like, dog, like, I think you got to make sure you check in with your people, dog, especially the people that appear strong. Like, just because I carry it well, that don't mean it don't weigh a lot.
Don't mean weigh a lot.
That's a fucking beautiful saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I carry it.
Say it again.
Just because I
Oh,
carry
say it
it well,
again.
that don't mean
That would
it don't
Index
weigh a
Poppy
lot.
timestamp that.
Like, because at the end of the day, like, I was always taught, like, in my brain, I'm a performer. So for me, it's like, no matter what I do, that's their first time watching me. So it's no matter what I go through, no matter what. So I'm always trying to, but that don't mean that the shit
Keep
ain't
that
heavy.
same-
Yeah, that don't mean that the shit ain't heavy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
On the other side of that, right.
So yeah, I definitely think that, like, Chops, like, you check in with your peoples, man, because even if it's the guy that always seems good, we human, bro. Like,
I tell people like
some
this.
days you have good, some days are bad, man.
For anybody that thinks that I don't need checking in, I'm out here just trying to survive, bro.
Right.
Facts.
So don't ever. I wake up sometimes, or a lot of the times, not even sometimes. I wake up a lot of the times, and I don't even want to get out of bed.
That's real shit.
I don't even want to do shit. You know what I'm saying? I may not run to social media and talk about how depressed I am and poor me and blah, 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 because I don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? But don't get it fucked up. You know what I mean? We have all been through things, and whether I've been through something that you may not think is that serious, it doesn't matter. I may take it as
It's serious.
serious.
It's serious to you.
So it's like, don't ever think that, somebody is always okay, bro. Robin Williams is a perfect example. We all thought he was
100%.
the happiest guy in the world
Happiest
until he
motherfucker
killed
in the
himself.
world.
You know what I'm saying? So, a smile is usually hidden behind a frown, realistically. People walk around with a smile on their face because they don't want you to see how they're really hurting inside.
Yeah, they
You
smile
understand?
to keep
People
from frowning.
appear to be strong because they don't want you to see how weak they really are. You know what I mean? So just check in on your people. Check in on your people, because some people are fighting to stay alive, and you ain't got no fucking idea how they really fighting every single day to stay alive, bro. Stop criticizing people. Oh, girls, why you got to get your body done? Why you got to wear them eyelashes? Why you got to get your hair done? That girl might be fighting to stay alive, and those are the things that keeps her going every fucking day. Shut the fuck up, mind your business, and ask her how the fuck she's feeling. Ask your man how he's feeling, bro.
Some of them lashes is looking dumb now.
Nah, dog, for real. Don't
The
even
bird
talk
feather
about that.
lashes, y'all need to cut that shit out.
Ask somebody how they're feeling.
Look
yo.
like you about to blink
But I
away
also-
and shit.
But I also
Anyways,
think,
go
like,
ahead.
even
Ask
like,
somebody how they're feeling for real,
Right.
yo. Like, there's people that I know have no longer here because nobody asked them how they were feeling, dog. Nobody asked them how they were feeling, bro. Stop. People do things to make themselves feel good, bro. And y'all criticize people for the things that they do, and you don't even know why they may be doing it, bro. They may be doing it because You know what I'm saying? They this close to jumping off the fucking ledge.
Right.
And all you're doing is making them feel like shit for doing things that they think that make them feel good. You're making them feel like shit for doing things that make them feel good. And you don't even understand it. You might have just pushed them off the ledge.
My bad.
You know what I'm saying? So
My bad. I'll take it back
and I
with
think
your
that-
pigeon lashes.
I think that even
lashes. You know what I'm
like
saying? My
we
bad.
live in examples of that.
That's all I'm saying,
because you
bro.
look at even with this pod, like
My fault, Chops.
everybody commends us for our chemistry. But our chemistry is from we talk to each other every day, unfiltered as fuck. Like somebody fucks up, you know what I'm saying? We check on each other, all type of shit, you know what I'm saying?
I talk to these dudes more than I talk to my own
But
fiance.
life
Just for the record, I don't like these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Chops doesn't like anybody, you know what I'm saying? But life is a fight. And speaking of fights, we got the big fight coming on Saturday.
Gervonta
man.
Tank
Gervonta
Davis.
versus Ryan Garcia. How we feeling about it?
I'm going with Tank.
I'm rolling with Tank. Tank knocking that boy out in the third.
Yeah, I'm going with Tank. I don't know if I got it in the third round. Like
Tank knocking
Peazy,
that boy
but
out.
I
Okay,
got
when he
Tank.
lay down in the third, they be like, damn, that motherfucker Peazy was right.
I got
put him
Tank
to sleep
winning
in the third.
decisively. I think Tank got another gear that Ryan ain't
Put him
seen. I
sleep in
think
the
Ryan
third.
got to fight a perfect
I'm
fight.
going with Tank. That's all I'm
I'm
going
going
to say.
Tank, man.
I don't know when it's going to happen, but I'm going with Tank.
Tank. Shout out Tank, man.
If he hit him like he hit his cousin a couple months ago,
Oh, yes.
he's lights out in the third.
Done deal. Shout out to Tank, man. That's it. That's quick.
Tank hitting people blind. He's punching the eyesight out of
He
him.
definitely
You know
knocks
what I'm
somebody's
saying?
eyesight out. If you can knock a nigga's eyesight out, I'm going with
that's
you.
a ferocious motherfucker.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. All right, let's move on from there because that's not we're not a sports podcast. But Tank, you got Tank chops.
I don't watch boxing.
But just give it. Who you got though?
All right, I'm gonna go with Tank.
All right, let's see.
So
Yeah,
it's unanimous. We going with Tank.
You
Y'all got
just,
Tank.
you just a follower right there, bro. I just want to say
nah.
that.
I don't
Nah,
watch
but
boxing, bro.
He said at least he
look,
prefaced.
man,
He
it's
said I
like,
don't
you know,
watch
sometimes
boxing,
you
so he
can-
don't even know Ryan.
He could've just
Garcia.
been like,
watch boxing,
he could've
bro,
just
and
said,
most people that
nah,
watch boxing
nah.
are going with Tank.
What did
for
the
a
gender
reason.
people say? I'm non-binary.
No.
Listen,
But
I'm going
not
with
even
Tank.
Doing that.
I'm not even.
I'm undecisive.
I'm not even gonna get into.
Was I out of line for saying that? I'm
He
indecisive.
might have been.
Did you
But
guys see that they bet like they purse?
Oh, yeah,
whatever
they
it
definitely
is,
bet their whole
like, whatever
purse.
They're gonna make off the fight.
Because
Yeah.
they're both cocky,
Winner
man.
takes all.
yeah, they just did that like today. They bet
Tank
their
about
whole
to win
purse.
that.
So Tank's
Okay,
about to be up a couple dollars.
Well, we got to update.
Speaking of another fight,
Let's update. We know we talked about this last podcast, but there's an update to this.
Update.
It's all
Troy
about
Ave
the
and Mysonne.
money.
What's the update? Because I was trying to search, so I kept finding it was
Hey.
disc records, man.
I'm gonna let Chops build on it real quick.
Nah, so my son had put out a diss track. He used Troy Ave's
Sure, it must be the
Troy
money.
Ave's beat. You know,
All
it's
about the money.
About the money. And you know, like what he was talking about, like in my opinion, was like real shit. Like basically, like just kind of about like the pillars of the game and who he is as a person and who he portrayed to be and who he really is and the stuff that you're still portraying even after the fact, after you did some bullshit. And it was like kind of one of those like empowerment, like it was like real hip hop, you know, like
Right.
the essence of hip hop type shit. It
Yep.
was like an essence of hip hop diss track, and like some of the people commended him for it in the comments, and then other people was trying to cut him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like for me, it was just like how could you hate on that track? You know what I'm saying? Like what? Like I don't understand like what people be looking for. Like I know there's a saying like people are always gonna have something to say, but I mean, goddamn, like what? Like at what point do you not have anything to say?
Some people just want to go left because you're going right, bro.
Oh yeah, see, I was about to say that. The internet is a
This
place
internet
where
is full of people like that, man.
what we call them contrarians. So it don't matter if everybody likes this; they just want to be the one to be like, "Ha, to look
they'll
smart."
oppose it. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's a fact though.
And I said,
That's just like, that's kind of
now.
Well,
Just saying, man, because what he was saying in essence was stand on your morals, stand on your principles, be a man of integrity.
integrity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And what Troy
This ain't a
Ave
new beef,
did,
though. They've been
bro.
beefing since like 2016.
Yeah, I understand that. But they've been beefing since Troy Ave did that sucker shit.
Right.
But this is the problem with this Troy Ave shit. You got people justifying what he did, and he was never charged with a body, bro. They never charged him with a body.
They charged him with shooting inside of a.
Okay, they never charged him with a body.
They charged him with 2 hammers.
He was charged with 2 guns.
He didn't get charged for shooting.
No,
in
he
the
was
two hammers.
never charged with
It's
a
the 2
body,
hammers
bro.
that he had in his car.
He was charged with 2 hammers that he realistically would have probably got like
And there's a
5
video of him
years
shooting clear as
for.
day. They didn't get charged him for that.
He didn't
No.
get charged for the body or
It's the 2
nothing
hammers
but
he had
2
in his car.
blicks. This is what's killing me with you bozos with this Troy Ave shit. He got charged with 2 blicks. That's it. He didn't. Oh, he was going to get charged with it. I don't give a fuck if he was going to get charged with the Holocaust. If he didn't get charged, then he didn't get charged. He didn't. I don't give a fuck what they were going to do. They didn't do it. Okay? So he did not get charged. And he still decided to take the stand and tell on this man and put him in jail. I don't know where the fuck the narrative has changed. That's not ratting, but that is stone cold A1
Cheese
ratting,
eating.
bro. I don't care. And you dudes out here that trying to justify
Cheddar
that
cheese?
shit, maybe y'all don't know the
Swiss
facts to
cheese.
the real story, bro, because more facts will keep coming out.
Master Splinter.
Here's the facts. He didn't get charged with a body.
Ratatouille.
He only got charged with 2 blicks and
Stuart
didn't
Little.
want to do the time for the 2 blicks, so he decided to take the stand and testify against old boy. Period.
Chippendale.
Y'all trying to change the fucking narrative and
Five-0.
say that he's not telling or whatever. Stop trying to change the narrative and the rule to the game, bro.
Jerry.
I mean, that's
Jerry?
it. That's it.
Tommy Jerry,
What my
you
son was
asshole.
really saying was, be
Mighty-
a man
Mighty
of
Mouse.
integrity, stand on your principles, stand on your morals. You claim to be a street dude, you claim to be a gangster, stand on that shit. And you dudes out here are trying to change the fucking narrative and justify what Troy Ave did. And the reason why you dudes are doing it is because Troy Ave has a little bit of fame and he has a little bit of money, so y'all are dick riding him, and that's it. Because if he was a bum and he wasn't a famous rapper, none of
Yeah,
that,
he'd be outta here.
I don't think anybody would be saying what he did was not ratting. And that's
Man,
the problem.
he
You
definitely-
dudes start dick riding dudes and justifying they bullshit because they get a little bag and they got a little influence and things like that. Now all of a sudden, it's not really ratting, it's hate and all of that. No, it wasn't, bro. I don't give a fuck even if it was hate. Let's just say it was hate. Let's say it
We
was
got
hate,
also
bro.
take account that he went on his spin campaign.
Listen, let's just
he was
say
going to
it
all
was
these other
hate.
different places and trying to spin the
Right.
situation.
Bro, I don't give a fuck. Let's just say it was hate. Let's just say it was hate. That comes with the game. You're going to get hate. It doesn't matter. Let's just say it was. He still decided to take the stand and tell.
Yes.
He wasn't charged with a body or nothing, bro, and he took the stand and
Point
told,
is, if you
bro.
take a stand and tell
He's
that
a
streets
fucking
one-on-one,
rat,
you
bottom
told.
line.
If you don't put another man in jail in a court of law that is telling that is ratting one-on-one.
Pretty mu-
That's
and-
it, bro. What my son was saying is if you want to be a gangster,
Be a gangster.
be a gangster. Period. That's it.
That's all I keep saying.
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand. Like that's
That's
all I
it.
keep saying. Like yo,
That's
like
it.
if you're gonna be a gangster, just be.
But
a
it's a
fucking
new
gangster.
era of
And
gentlemen
then
in
all
the
y'all
street. They don't live
talking-
by them codes no more. I'm not making excuses for
Yeah.
the motherfuckers, but that's
Nah,
the
but there's
problem.
always
y'all-
fucking some bozos on this, that's like you just. It's like the same bozos that justify what 6ix9ine did, are the same bozos justifying.
I didn't even
what
want to
he's
mention the
doing,
Rainbow
bro.
Kid,
Listen,
but
I'm
Let's
tell
just
you-
keep it a
it's-
stack. It's the same fucking.
But it's the
people.
era we
Yeah.
in right now. I hate
I'm gonna
to
tell
say
you
it.
like
It's the
this, and
generation
all
we
y'all
in.
talking about Mysonne. Mysonne, you supposed to be some conscious nigga. How you keep commenting on the streets? Mysonne is talking about being a man. Has nothing to do with the streets or being conscious. And a lot of the conscious dudes, the most effective ones, come from the streets. Because we seen the other side. Malcolm X, before he was Malcolm X, was a gun carrying
I was about
pimp.
to say, because I remember my son when he wasn't that innocent. He used to get busy
Yeah,
too.
like Mike.
I think my son comments on both. I think what he says today, I stand on being a man.
Yeah,
And,
he's a
and
man.
no snitching and all that shit also has to do with just being a man
Being
with
an honorable
his
man.
moral compass. But he's also talking to people like Troy Ave who claim to be
A
a
street-
gangster
a
and a
gangster.
street dude. And he's saying that's what you claim to be. So
Be
if you
that.
claim to be that, there's rules to this shit and stand on that.
Right.
Stop breaking the rules and then still trying to say you're a gangster and all this other
Trying to
shit.
spin it.
You're not.
Tries
That's
to
what he's
spin it.
saying. You're
Tries to
not.
spin it.
That's a
And then
fact.
like Chop said, it's amazing to see people in this comment section really trying to change the narrative, yo. It's just crazy. This shit
it's
is really
wicked,
crazy, bro.
It's wicked.
I can't understand it for life of me.
No.
Yeah, I remember like 2006. There was this known rat motherfucker out here in Brockton, and I remember that his man used to ride with him every day. And motherfuckers was like, yo, bro, you know this nigga's a rat, right? He was like, yeah, but he ain't rat on me.
Yeah.
Like, yo, like the illest shit. Like, yo, bro, like, what? Like, but like, yo, it was like, yo, it was like the beginning of the end. You know what I'm saying? And like since then, I've just seen like fuckery after fuckery after fuckery after fuckery. Like, yo, he get a bag. Yeah, he might have told. I don't know, but like, yo, I don't know. I ain't never seen no paperwork. Listen,
But that's the problem with the streets, though. Motherfuckers will be around people that
Did
tell
he get
for
caught with
money.
10 bricks and went out and got out a week later and his case mysteriously disappeared? Yeah, but I ain't seen no paperwork. Your man's a fucking rat.
He's a rat, bro. Ratatouille.
or has he gotten locked up multiple times but just
Never
never
goes
went
to jail.
and you never heard about him smacking a case or nothing. He just everything just
He
disappeared.
is an informant.
Your man's
He
a
is
rat.
Stuart Little.
Big Ben.
I think our era was seriously, bro. That's around when it really changed. Because in our era, even into the 2000s, was the early 2000s was the stop snitching movement. Dudes was wearing the T-shirts with the stop snitching. They was showing up to court
with them
wearing
on.
stop snitching
Shout out Made
T-shirts.
Men.
Dudes was ratting.
Shout out Made
you know
Men,
what I'm saying?
baby.
Shout out Made Men.
And then the courts were
Twice
saying,
down.
"Oh, you got to get out wearing them shits." Like it was heavy. And then around maybe around 2006 or something changed, bro. But you dudes are changing the narrative today, bro. And y'all really just dick riding and clout chasing Troy Ave because you think he get money and shit, bro. It's
Him and the
corny,
Rainbow
bro.
Head
It's
Kid,
corny,
man, they fucking it up right now, man. With all that shit.
Niggas is
Fuck
plans.
these people.
That's just everybody just. Man, everybody want to
Talking
be
crazy.
Tough, man. Everybody want to be tough, man.
Kids go to
Talking
school,
about
get a
people-
job,
Speaking of people being tough,
learn a trade.
did y'all see the guy talking crazy to Russell Westbrook?
Called him Westbrook.
Westbrook, and Westbrook didn't like that shit. He told him, watch your mouth, cuz.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of these fucking athletes.
Well, y'all gotta
too,
stop
bro.
acting like
I'm getting
Westbrook.
tired of these athletes
Westbrook is
too,
from the
bro.
hood, though. He's
Now,
from
Westbrook-
Crenshaw.
Who cares if you're from the hood, bro?
from
When will you
Crenshaw
gang, bro?
Mafia.
You're
So
from
he-
the
he-
hood, bro.
he-
You're
he-
from the hood, so that means that you're
No, so he has a
automatically
little chip
fucking-
on his shoulder. He came
Unless
into the
you're
league with the
Steve-
chip on
Unless you're
his shoulder.
Steven Jackson.
You're from the hood. What does it mean?
Or Ron Artest.
You had to dedicate a crazy amount of portion of your life to become an NBA player, bro.
That's a fact.
You're not in the hood doing certain things, bro. You're in the hood. I know plenty of people from the hood who are squares, bro. They'll be like, yo, I'm from the hood.
What I'm trying to
though.
say is Westbrook
I'm
always
from
had
the
that
hood, though.
attitude.
It doesn't
Bob
entitle him to
Always
have
had that
you're a
aggression.
Listen,
Nah.
I'm a firm believer. If you want to continue to talk shit, right? You gotta I don't know. I feel like if you continue to talk shit, you choose violence.
Right.
Like me personally, that's like I don't give a fuck if you're an athlete, if you're an actor, actress, singer, whatever the fuck it is that you do, performer. I understand that you're gonna get heckled and all that, but it still doesn't give you the right to disrespect people and talk shit. So I just feel like if you're gonna be disrespectful, if you're gonna come out your mouth, that you got to be prepared to choose violence
You gotta
because
be-
that
right.
person might be prepared to choose violence.
ready
So
to
if he
bust you over your
decide to
head.
check a motherfucker for calling him Westbrook,
Westbrick?
even
Westbrick?
though it's true, you know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, but is it really disrespectful?
No, but you're heckling him.
But I'ma tell you
you're
like-
heckling him, bro.
But that's part of the game. You
Okay,
go to,
well-
it's like we were just talking on the last part, bro. Like shit talking's part of the game for the people on the court and
He
off
ain't on
the
the
court.
court.
Well,
bro.
he told him watch his mouth.
But he walked up on him like he was fitting to.
Well, here's
You know,
what I'm
really-
also
really-
saying.
really
He
whoop
didn't
him
do
out.
it though. He just told him watch his mouth, and I bet you if he
mean,
said it again,
his-
look, it's like this. It's like this. Look,
just-
look.
I'm just
Check this
tired
out.
of these
Check this out.
athletes,
Check this
bro,
out.
being
Check this out though.
gangsters, bro.
Real shit, right? Check this out,
Be an
right?
athlete or be a gangster.
Understand
bro.
this though.
I'm tired of
Understand this
shit.
though. If I say something disrespectful to you, right, and you tell me watch my mouth, right?
It's a threat.
All right. So then I choose to say it again.
Yeah.
I chose violence.
Yeah, no, you chose. Oh no,
I
I'm
chose
not.
violence,
I'm not
bro.
arguing that point. I
That's
agree
what I'm
with
saying.
you.
So-
I agree with you.
so
I
that's
agree
what
with
he
you.
did.
I agree with you.
Like-
I'm arguing him.
But I'm saying he took it as
tired of these-
disrespect.
Yeah. No, I'm agreeing with you on that. What I'm arguing is I'm tired of these athletes wanting to be fucking like, so to speak, gangsters, like tough guys. Like,
I don't
bro, if
think
you're
he's-
an athlete, be an athlete.
He
bro.
just,
Don't wanna be-
he just chooses
You
not to be
mean-
I'll tell you like
disrespectful.
this.
I don't
Bro,
think he's
did
trying
you
to be
see
a
the video,
gangster,
He
though.
walked up on him like,
Yeah.
come on, he walked.
He said, "Watch your mouth."
Yo, but that's how
watch your
Westbrook
mouth,
always
yo.
been
Watch
since
your
day
mouth.
one,
Yeah,
though.
but if he said it to you, right, you would have been like, "Man, get the fuck out of here."
Nice, he
you
been
fucking
like that
ass.
since he been in the league, though. That's
And
what
I'm
I'm
gonna
trying
tell you
to
like
tell you, bro.
this. I'm gonna tell you like this. Yes, like athletes, yes, they shouldn't be gangsters. But a lot of athletes, because they're athletes, yes, they dedicated time. But that don't mean that they're squares. A lot of them niggas
come from them
they
environments,
don't get mental health checks. A lot of them niggas got passed through in school. Their grades wasn't all that because them niggas could play ball. They got through school. They did their certain things. So a lot of them come from that element. And they just like, yo.
There was a reason why Gilbert Arenas and the other
Russell
dude
Westbrook
both
for sure. Russell
both had the
Westbrook
ratchet on him in the locker room.
is the same dude that when Nipsey died,
There's a
he
reason.
scored 20 points, grabbed 20 rebounds, had 20 assists, and was like, that's for 60s.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what
I'm gonna tell you like this:
He's
if
the
he
same
come
guy.
up talking about watch your mouth,
Watch
and
your
I'm the
mouth.
one that said Westbrook, right? My response isn't gonna be relax. It's gonna be or what, pussy.
Yeah, there you go.
facts.
There you go.
It's real simple.
No, I'm here.
It's
Because,
like Ron
because I'm
Ron.
gonna stand on whatever it is that I
I'm here.
said.
I'm not even.
You know
I'm
what
not
saying?
even. I'm not
And
even.
I'm
I
not
don't
arguing.
know
I
why
agree
dudes
with
be
that
talking
shit.
shit like they. Like, why are you talking shit if you don't want no
J-
problem?
And I'm not even talking about a gangster situation. Like, let's take somebody like Ron Artest, right?
was about to say the
Ron
Mouse in the
Artest
Palace.
really is bipolar in his like he's really
Ron Artest is like an exception.
So
to the rule,
whoever
'cause
threw
he
the
really
cup
went
at
to,
Ron
like,
Ron.
He really went to like alternative schools.
Yeah,
and
like,
shit
but listen what I'm
that.
saying.
Like,
Whoever threw the cup at Ron Ron,
Artest
like you
was
had to
like-
know.
Once we did the background on Ron
Yeah.
Artest, everybody
Ron-
everybody was like, well, how the fuck did he get in the NBA?
Yeah, like Ron Ron-
Everybody was wondering
You know,
how Ron
if you heard the
Artest
story,
got
Ron
in the
Artest, though, his father worked with him hard. His
Yeah,
father,
yeah, his
his
pops.
father
nah,
pushed him
Yeah.
to become that NBA
But what I'm
player
saying
that he
is the
was.
guy who threw the cup at Ron Ron, right?
Triggered him.
You
Set him
have
off.
to know, like,
right,
yo, son. Like, he threw the
Wrong
cup, Ron took
person.
off. Like, everybody's like, yo,
Wrong
he's not a gangster. He's not. Ron's fucking crazy. Like, he's not no
But he-
gangster.
I mean, yeah. I
There's
get
some
it.
guys in all these athletic, they have mental. Some of them have mental. Shit don't go. It don't. The elevator don't go all the way upstairs.
He
Man.
could have just been
There
having
was
a
a
bad
reason why
day.
Plexico went to the club with a fucking ratchet in his sweatpants.
and shot himself because he's a bozo.
You know what I'm saying?
Dennis Rodman.
Come on, man.
So as a professional athlete, when you sign up to play, and as a fan, when you pay your ticket, are you entitled to say whatever you want to an athlete?
No.
No.
All right, so
But the fans feel like they are because they're fans and they pay to watch you play. You're their entertainment.
Like,
So
well,
when you're
I've
not-
seen
so
fans
you're not
throw
living up
stuff
to
on
what they
people.
expect from you. They're gonna
Right.
talk shit, especially you put them in these arenas where there's nothing but liquor involved.
Right.
So that infuses the shit even more.
Was it a dude from an opposite team, an opposite
Yeah.
fan? Oh, that's what they're gonna do to try to support their team. They're gonna try to talk shit and disrupt you and shit talk. And
He was
you
like
know,
3 for 19 that game, so the motherfucker was really Westbrook.
Now Westbrook. Now,
So you
now,
probably-
Definitely Westbrook. That
now
He
to
definitely
me,
Westbrook that game.
Westbrook is not like crazy, but I've seen fans throw their drinks on athletes, hit them with
yeah,
popcorn,
definitely,
all type
definitely.
of
And that
wild,
has,
disrespectful
punching somebody
shit.
in
Say
the face
wild shit,
for
racial
throwing
slurs, all types of shit.
Listen, if somebody throw a drink on you or something like that, I understand that. You're just
Yeah.
defending yourself. You're just defending yourself. I understand that.
But
You know,
Westbrook
somebody
was
just saying
wild.
something to you like, "Oh, Westbrook," like. I don't know, man. I'm seeing these athletes like the Ja Morant.
And
shit,
you won the
and
game.
I just
a
want
couple dudes.
I
I'm like,
just,
bro, like, dog, listen, man. Just play the game.
I just
man.
wanna
Stop
know why
trying
it's
to run
okay.
down on everybody. Bro.
I just want to know why it's okay. Why that man feels entitled that he can say whatever he wants to somebody. Like it's okay for you to walk down the street and say anything that you want to anybody, bro. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, even if you're walking down the street and say, yo, your hair looks like shit, that's not bad. But it's offensive. It's disrespectful, right? Just because he's an athlete, it doesn't mean that it's okay. So he decided to check the situation how he felt like he needed to check it. It's not about being tough. It's just about, like, you're attacking him as a player. And at the end of the day, like, we're all human. We all have feelings. He could have been having a bad day. He could have been having a fucking awesome day.
He was having a
Whatever
bad
it
day.
is, it just, to him, he felt disrespected, so he decided to check it how he checked it. Do I feel like he would have been warranted to put his hands on dude? No, not necessarily. But if he went over to him and told him, yo, watch your mouth, and dude said it again, if he hit him, I wouldn't knock him for it. I'd be
Bro,
like, yo, he
Play a
warned him.
stupid game, win a stupid prize.
That's a
It's
fact.
that simple.
Perfect.
At the end of the day, in real life, if you walk up to, just like you were saying, if you walk up to somebody and say some reckless shit, you don't know who you're dealing with.
I'm trying to tell you. I say that all
You
the
don't
time.
know who you're dealing
Everybody
with.
reacts different.
And perfect example, right? Like, me being a battle rapper, right? Fans of us think they can just say disrespectful shit to us because we say disrespectful shit to each other. So a fan might be like, you fucking suck. Blah, 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 blah. And then soon as we respond, They go, yo, I'm just a fan, bro. You're a battle rapper. You should know better. But, bro, we're human beings, bro. The disrespect I take in the ring, I signed up for.
Outside of the ring,
I
it's
didn't
different.
sign up for you,
Some of
Joe
it.
Blow, with
Some of it.
some of it.
You
right?
can't smack my girl in the
Nobody
ass.
smacks my girl.
Yeah, it's up. But yeah, nah, some of it, right? But
Going out
in
the
general,
window
like
with this
verbal,
one.
what I mean verbal, like verbal disrespect, I signed up for. Like some fans, they get entitled and they feel like, you're Russell Westbrook. You hear Stephen A. Smith talk shit about you, but I expect it from Stephen A.
I
Smith.
think criticism is part of the game from
Like,
the fans. Now,
don't
throwing drinks on them and shit like that's overstepping
That's
boundaries,
wrong,
bro.
Undeniably.
Shouting racial epithets, that's overstepping the
Stepping
boundaries and shit. But being like, yo, you fucking suck. Fuck out of here, Westbrook. The fuck out of it. Like, to me, it's
The
like...
problem is the fans are getting
it's
too
like,
close to them
me-
and they're being too
to
personal.
me, that's
They-
just part of the game.
Yeah.
You know that going in that it's like anything else, bro. You're gonna have people that are gonna love you, and you're gonna have people that are gonna hate you.
Yeah.
And with sports, it's like, to me, it's part of the game, bro. Like, stop. I'm just standing my ground. Stop these professional athletes, yo. Stop trying to be gangsters. Stop being tough, dog. Just play the fucking game. Stop walking up on people like you some yo, what you saying, dog? Yo, what?
Right,
Like, what are you fitting to really do to him, dog? You gonna punch him in his face and then what, bro? He's gonna
Lawsuit.
sue you for millions of dollars and things of that nature, bro. Like, just look, man. You're an NBA player. People are gonna talk shit to you on the court and off the court. If he said something racial to you, I get it. I'm all for that's out the window because that's disrespectful, right? But what that dude said to him, in my opinion, it didn't seem like disrespect. It just seemed like, shit talk from a fan, whatever. And you want to be tough and all that. I'm just tired of, like, I don't know. I'm just tired of
understand,
these athletes wanting to be tough and be gangsters. Like, dog, if Aaron Hernandez didn't teach you dudes anything, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, it should have taught you one thing. Like, that gangster shit, it doesn't work, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do all of that? You got a career that you worked your ass off for, bro. You know what I'm saying? Blood, sweat, and tears to get all this money and things of that nature that come with it, bro. And you're just gonna your pride and your ego's getting in the way, and a fan can't even say to you, "Oh, Westbrook," and you're fitting to go beat the shit out of him.
I'm gonna tell you like
bro,
this.
cut it out. Yo.
I know some motherfuckers that'll knock somebody's shit off for $1,000. So you fucking with a millionaire. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, he'll be the last person that you want to talk shit to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because me, I just have a nice little entourage at all my games.
Right.
Whoever want to talk shit, yo, you see that nigga right there. With
You
the
got
red
chill
hat.
though, because that's
Yo,
what
with the
Ja
red
did.
hat.
Nah, but here's the thing.
Yo,
Also,
ain't
too.
got nothing to do with me.
Here's also.
Ja got his ass buzzed by the Pacers. He had his squad outside pointing the red beams at the bus. Like,
No, but he was
He's
with,
pointing
he
at the-
was
he's-
with him though.
But he's not pointing at
supposed to be
fans. He's
with him. You just supposed to send him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't be there with the beams with him. Like, you supposed to like send him.
Yeah, he was pointing at the players, not the fans.
Yeah, I know.
So I think it goes back to what we talked about in the earlier part. If you do things in a public forum, you are kind of people gonna talk about you.
Yeah,
right?
that's all my thing.
But at the end of the
That's
day,
what you signed
also
up
too
for.
nice. Like
with it.
you're also a man of respect. I think you go by. You wouldn't say nothing to nobody that. You wouldn't say in real life. Like, you're not going to be like, you fuck, you know what I mean? Unless you really mean that shit, you're not going to say nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my
So,
whole thing is I just felt like what dude said really wasn't.
it wasn't that crazy.
It wasn't disrespectful. Like, it was just typical shit talk, bro. You know, it
Yeah.
wasn't disrespectful.
I think it was a
it
string of
wasn't
events though,
racist,
because
it wasn't
Westbrook was
nothing
having a
like
bad
that,
game, man.
so-
It's nothing you wouldn't hear in
That's what
like
I'm
street
saying.
ball.
Like, Westbrook was
Like-
actually kind of funny.
It's
as shit,
funny
if
as
you ask
shit.
me. I was like,
It's
It's funny to me
hilarious.
because I already
That shit
think
was funny.
he's not a good shooter. He
Right.
puts up more shots than he should.
Listen, y'all got to learn to talk nice.
that's what I'm saying. He's over there. He won't expect everybody to talk to him nice, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
speaking
You're
of
not
talking
me.
to nice,
When you suck, you
we
suck.
got my
You just gotta
brother
tell him.
You're not me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like I said,
talking nice.
He wanted his fancy tickled.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
you know what?
Hey, yo.
Wow.
We have to stop. You have to relax. Gee, like, what does that mean? I don't want to know. I'm all set.
Gets the people going.
Yeah, I'm all
right,
set.
man,
Go ahead, man. Talk to them. Talk to
All
them
right,
nice. You heard?
Listen, here's what I want to say, and I say this from personal experience. Listen, if you're a parent, right? Parents, listen up. If you're a parent and you're observing your child display certain behaviors that are inappropriate, your child may be bullying somebody, being disrespectful, rude to another child or an adult, you need to check your child's behavior. Do not put another adult in the position to have to check your child because you chose not to check your child.
Then get mad at that grown up.
And what I'm saying is this. Now, what I'm saying for other adults that don't go and just check the child. What I'm saying is bring it to the parents' attention because maybe, just maybe, they're not aware. And if you make them aware and they choose not to check the child's behavior, then by all means, check that little motherfucker. Because it's your responsibility as a parent to make sure your child is behaving appropriately.
Hercules.
That's a fact. Because I'll tell you like this. If I got to check your kid,
You ain't gonna like
if I
it.
gotta check
You ain't
your
gonna
kid,
like me.
I'm not gonna scream at him and yell at him, but I'm definitely going to check your kid.
Put these
and
paws
you
on
might not like it. And if I made you aware,
Puppies.
if I made you aware of your child's disrespectful behavior, and you did nothing about
like
it,
that.
and then you get mad because I reprimanded
like
your
that.
child, and you have the audacity to come say something to me, we're probably gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
No, more than likely you are.
Wow.
We're
uppercut.
probably
Because usually the
gonna have a
parents,
problem.
usually the other parents could not go see it your way.
You know what I'm saying?
know
But
what I'm
that's the
saying?
whole thing. It's your responsibility as a parent to not put another adult in the position to have to check your
Yeah.
kid.
Listen,
you-
I'm
no-
going to
no,
give
you
you
ch-
guys some great advice out there.
Some parents don't even be paying attention.
Make
to their
sure
kids
you
enough to know
whoop
their
your kids.
That's the problem.
Whoop
all
your kids, man.
Whoop your kids. It'll save them from jail.
Barman waiting to
It'll
say
save
something,
them
yo.
from, it'll save them from all types of fuckery. All right?
Yeah, because
Kids need discipline. Whoop your kids.
Go to Walmart.
Don't abuse them. Don't tie them up. Don't lock them in closets. Don't whip them with extension cords and irons
Shit.
and all types
big
of crazy
wooden
shit
spoon.
like
Don't
that.
do that.
Just whoop them. Just give them a good solid whooping.
I don't know what Chops is
You know
talking
what I'm
about.
saying?
Extension cords and belts are effective.
I'm not in.
Especially the
say
belt with the
it's
two
not.
holes on it.
I'm curious to know, can I get an example of when it's okay for a stranger to check your child?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's say I'm at the park, right? Let's say I'm at the park. And your kid's going around and your kid's pushing other kids down, being clearly a bully. Right?
Okay.
Okay. And then your kid goes and pushes my kid down. And then I go and I grab my kid and, hey, yo, my man, your daughter or your son just threw my daughter's face into the cement, man. Could you talk to your kid, please? And they do not do that. And then your child comes and does it again or attempts to do it again. Because if they even attempt to do it again, I'm probably not even going to let them. I'm probably not even going to let them do it, right?
little hip
And
check.
then I say something to your kid. I say, yo, little man,
Get a
don't
fast
put your hands
elbow.
on my daughter. Don't put your hands on my daughter. And then he starts crying, right? You as the parent better not come to me and say, yo, don't yell at my kid. I promise you we're going to fight. I promise you we're going to fight.
Nice.
I promise you we'll fight. Though.
Nice better than me because that
I
person's
agree
kid's
with that.
getting a nice little sidekick.
No, I'm not putting my hand on
I
nobody's
personally
kid, bro.
agree.
I do that shit
agree
all
with
the
that.
time.
What I'm saying is
I
it's the
agree
most
with
Literally, I do it all the time.
Bro, it's the
I
most
do it all the time.
uncomfortable thing for
I don't
the
fuck
adult
around.
that has to check your
Little
kid.
elbow.
I don't want to have to check nobody's kid. You know how uncomfortable that shit is? But at the same time, I'm just here to let my daughter have fun at the park and play with other kids while your kid's trying to smash my daughter's head off the cement or something, bro. Don't put me in a position to do that because if my daughter was doing that to your kid, I would immediately grab her and check her. One, so she knows it's wrong, and two, so you and I don't have a problem and you don't have to say something to my kid or anything. I'm trying to diffuse all of that.
And three, why ain't you paying attention to your kid?
Yo,
Why aren't you
bullshit,
seeing what
right?
your kid over here doing?
But
Yo,
some people
absolutely.
do. That's the problem. Some people do and don't say shit to their kid.
Listen,
They're
you
just-
have to.
they're dumb. That's
And if
dumb.
you don't, I will. Because look, I'm gonna tell you right now. One thing I
dumb.
can't stand is bad ass fucking kids, right? And I can't stand fucking kids that talk back to their parents,
Word.
or when their parents tell them to do something, they
Word.
don't do the shit right away. She didn't ask you to do the shit later. She asked you to do it now, motherfucker.
Chop,
so
chop.
that means get the fuck up and go
Do
do the
it.
shit. Did you hear what the fuck your mother just said to you? Oh, you didn't hear her? Well, let me motherfucking help you out, bro. All right? Get the fuck up and go do what your mama said.
Nah, that's a
That's
fact.
it.
That's a
I don't
fact.
got time to be playing with little badass fucking kids. You want to know why? Because when they're disrespectful in the home, they're going to be disrespectful
in
in
the
the
world.
classroom. They're going to be disrespectful to police. They're going to be disrespectful to fucking to
Everybody.
employers, to everybody. And you know
They're
what they're
gonna-
going to
they're
do?
going to an
They're going to end up
adult
in
that way.
fucking jail because they're going to be disrespectful for the rest of their fucking life because they don't respect anybody. So if you have a problem enforcing this fucking discipline on your children, don't worry, just call me. I will help.
And here's the
I
thing.
don't give a fuck.
Can we get a hotline number under this?
And also-
Can we get a hotline number?
Listen,
1-800.
1-800
Call Chop.
Chopper 038. I will whip your kids.
It's gonna be for your kids. Listen, for marital advice, it's 1-800-CHOPPER-038. For kids, it's 1-800-KARATE CHOP.
Yeah, karate chop.
Karate chop.
Straight up.
Nigga put the number at the bottom. Listen, and then one thing like you
around.
said, they're gonna be disrespectful. They're gonna end up in jail. And I ain't
No, we
did
going
no
for that.
stints in prison. But here's what I
man.
do know about that: it's ran on
Especially them
respect.
kids that talk to adults crazy. I can't stand
Straight
that
up.
shit.
Oh, yeah. And that's the other thing. Then when they go to jail, they gonna get the shit beat out of them in jail because they don't know anything about respect. Motherfuckers don't know that in jail is probably the most respectful place
Really
that
is,
you
bro.
can fucking be. Like, you would think it's just a wild bunch of animals, crazy people. No, it's actually built all on respect. And the motherfuckers that don't respect other people's shit get their asses whooped on a regular basis. Or killed. And then and then they'll fall in line. But either way, at some point throughout life, you're gonna learn some motherfucking respect. That's it. That's just what it is.
Chop, were you a good kid?
He put the
Absolutely.
He put the sisters on the ass.
Listen, my mother put the fear of God in
Right,
me.
I was gonna say.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something. Chops and
That came
I-
with a belt.
No, all right. So
Believe
we
it.
probably were all the same. Chops and I was the type where, or all of us here, I was respectful in my house. I
Facts.
never raised my voice to my mother. I would never raise a hand to my mother. I didn't break stuff in the house
What?
or do anything like
Hell
that.
no.
Like I didn't listen to my mother when it came to like, be home at 9. I might come home at 10:30 or something like that. And my mother took that as major disrespect.
Major disrespect.
If my mother was describing the behavior of me and my brother, it would be based on how we didn't come home at 9 and we came home at 10:30, and she would be telling her friends how we don't listen.
Worst kids in the
we
world.
don't have no respect. We're
Right.
the worst kids in the world.
Right.
You know
That
what
was
I'm
it,
saying?
right?
But like in my house, I was respectful. You know what I'm saying? And even outside of my house to like older adults and things, I had a form of respect, but I still got caught up in the streets. You feel me? But I mean, in the house, dude, I was raised by a single mother who didn't play. My mother didn't play. My mother broke a pair of scissors one time, bro. Right? Not like little scissors. You know the big thick joint.
big thick joints.
My mother broke one of them
Big
shits
metal
off
shits.
the wall one time. She hit the wall with them, or the door frame, and them shits broke. I was petrified. I was like,
I thought she snapped them apart. She said, I got one for you, one for your brother, one for you.
No, listen. She smacked. Look, she had scissors in her hand, and she hit the wall so hard. I'm talking about, the big sewing scissors. where you cut, like,
the
fabric
metal ones
with.
that got the little black
Bro,
painted, the
she
steel.
hit them shit so hard
cast
off the
iron.
wall,
Yeah.
they just broke. Ping! But she still had them in her hand. You
Yeah.
little motherfucker. Yo, when I
Listen.
said I was petrified, I was like, oh my God.
Listen,
and that's just one example of my mother not playing.
Listen,
Bro,
I'll tell
my
you-
brother mumbled under his breath one time. Okay? I was 13 years old. Yeah, I was 13 years old. My mother was doing her hair in the bathroom, and she yelled at my brother, and he walked away. And he said to me, he's like, she's acting like a bitch. And my mother heard him. My mother said, what? Bro, she put the curling iron down, the hairspray down, ran in the room, snuffed him, bong. And she kicked him dead in the face. Like, I'm talking about, don't you ever, bong, kicked him in the I was like, oh, shit, and I kind of laughed. She said, you think it's funny? I was like,
Nah.
that shit ain't funny.
You next.
And I knew, like, bro, my mom, she didn't beat me and my brother. Don't get me, she didn't beat us by any means. My mother didn't beat us.
Yeah, no.
But my mother did not play disrespect.
She's raising
bro.
men,
Listen,
man.
my
She had to do what she had to do.
Disrespect, bro. A single mother, she knew she had to do certain things, and my mother didn't play disrespect. And I'll tell you like this, bro, I'm thankful for it.
Listen,
Yeah,
I'll tell you right
100%.
now.
Ass whipping save lives. I'm a
Yeah, I'll
firm
tell you
believer
right
of that.
now. I had like my mom's the nicest lady you ever meet. Christian lady. She went to church every Sunday, 3 days a week. Right? I think I was
Them
like,
the ones that whoop the most
now listen,
ass.
but listen. I think I was like 11, and my pops was at the crib, so I was feeling myself. I got taller than my mom, so I was feeling myself. I said, "Yo, mom, I think I can fight. I think I can fight. I could take you." She was like, "Oh, word? Square up, right?" I should have known when she said square up that I fucked up. It's over. So my mom was left-handed. This is how I realized. She faked with the right, hit me with the left. I was asleep. I promise you. All I remember is her fist. And I remember waking up, looking up, and my father just looking over me like, you stupid. I remember he just like, you stupid little nigga. Like, that's exactly what he said to me. She knocked me out straight cold. Like, listen, man, kids need that, man.
100%.
Because you're going to try it. You're going to test your boundaries.
My mother kept a bat in the car and a machete by the bed.
Oh, no. Listen, your mom played no games.
She didn't play no games, and she was nice with her hands. She told me when I was younger, I used to get my ass whooped by a boat. When I got older, she said, "You too big." So she started hitting me with the combos, right?
Combos and the stick.
And then once I was eating those, she was all like, "All right, now I'm gonna have to get a bat." And I was like, "All right, look,
I'm sorry, Mom.
I'm straight." You know what I'm saying?
That's real shit, though.
It's just what it is.
My mother was the same way.
For the record, she never hit me with a bat.
Yeah, but you was still like, Mom, I'm good. You heard?
Nah, shit.
You gotta have them parents, bro. I'm thankful because I'll tell you like this: my mother would be that mother right at the park where if my brother and I did something, my mother would scream at us in front of everybody. My mother didn't play that shit.
Oh, you little motherfuckers was bad. I remember y'all. Y'all little motherfuckers was bad. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what you say.
It wasn't as bad as you making it out though.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Why?
You
Because-
two motherfuckers and Dario running around, you motherfuckers was bad. Maybe. Maybe. Just a little bit.
That's just like, yo, come on, Chops, don't put me on blast.
He said,
Chops.
don't put me on blast.
bad,
Like, let's just chill.
It wasn't that bad.
It's kind of bad.
Let's just chill.
I'll take the heat off. Yo, I was a piece of shit as a kid.
I
I got my ass beat every 15 minutes.
Stupid,
You know what I'm saying? I would breathe and just get my ass whipped.
Word.
Oh, you was abused.
Yeah. He was definitely getting abused.
He was abused, yo. He was abused. That's why P finds everything funny.
I remember I called my cousin Rob's mother a bitch. This motherfucker snitched on me. Oh, my God.
Oh.
That was the worst ass whipping of my life, man. I was like, yo, that was the take your pants down with the orange extension cord joint, and don't you ever.
You deserve that. What the fuck was you think?
I was a nutball as a kid. I really was. I had a lot of behavioral issues as a child.
Same.
That's why you got beat.
That's why you got beat.
Hell yeah.
I was doing goofy shit as a kid.
Makes sense.
But my mother was there for me, though.
Listen, man.
I remember getting chased home from school one time by dudes who was trying to jump me and shit. And then she's coming down the block just talking mad shit. I got come save your little punk ass. You running from these little punk ass boys. She grabbed me by my neck and went my ass all the way home and shit.
Yeah.
Scrap what?
The second one.
I don't know
Houston
what
shit?
that shit was right there.
What,
Marques Houston?
Marques Houston? Oh, Marques Houston's a creep. That's what that is.
He's a creep.
Yeah, him.
And
dating.
basically, he's however old he is. He married his wife at 19. He met her when she was 17.
17, he was 36.
And he's 36 years old. He started communicating with her when she was 18. They got married by 19.
So now he's 40. Now he's 41.
You just said that, man. That was mad confusing.
Okay.
All right.
So-
So how old was he when he met her?
He was 36. She was 17.
Okay.
Now she's 22 and he's
Hold on.
40.
He was 36. She was 17.
Yeah, when he first met her.
But he said they didn't communicate. Like, he didn't talk to her until she turned 18.
Because they're Jehovah's Witnesses, right?
Yep.
So that's how he met her.
I mean, that's like technically is creep shit. Like,
But he didn't have a child with her until she was of age. He didn't
that's what I'm saying. Like, if she was
really
like,
get with her until she was of age.
she was like 14, 15, or like she's right there. I don't condone none of that shit, but I mean, it's not. I don't know if it's as bad as like how social
It's not no
media.
R. Kelly shit.
Yeah, that's
No,
what
it's
I
not.
mean. Like,
I just
That's
think
what
it's
people are
I
trying
think
to-
it's weird. It's just like, because I think like the difference between 17 and 18 is a day, right? So my thing is like, if you met her when she was 17 and then you married her by the time she was 19, it's like soon as she turned 18, you was like, it's up, let's go, bro.
Well,
Like,
he claims there was no like attraction when she was 17 right off rip. He said it developed into that over
that's
time.
cap.
That's what he says. 100%. That's what he
super cap.
says.
It's Abraham Lincoln
That's what he
cap.
says, though.
The biggest cap ever.
I
Like,
know that's cap.
He wasn't
And
attracted to
he
her
was
when
on-
she
he
was
was on-
17. He was attracted to her when she turned 18.
Yeah,
Is that
he
some-
was on.
No, he
some
said no. Let's see,
Because that's how that
hold
works.
on, but let me make this clear though.
I didn't even look at her.
Let me make this clear. So from what he's saying, he
Her
met
18th
her.
birthday, though.
Listen, he met
was
her
there.
at 17.
Like, damn, you bad? You 18? Damn, you bad? I never realized. Like,
He didn't
want this honey pack?
Listen, he met her when she was 17 and
Word.
pursued her until she got older. Maybe I should have worded it like that.
Well, older is 18, bro.
I'm saying I'm not vouching for my man.
Son is
I'm
a
just
creep,
saying that's
son.
what he's saying.
Son is a creep.
He met her when she was
I
17.
don't know why.
and pursued her
Listen,
till she got
Marques
older.
Houston, you a creep. I don't know why you did this interview. I don't know why you told people this. You should just shut
And
the
now
fuck
he going
up.
around saying he don't want to deal with women his age because they come with too much baggage. That's why he chose to
And he's
deal with a young
36.
woman.
I mean,
Right. Valid point.
yeah, I'm about to say that's a fair assessment.
I mean, that's a fair assessment, but
Like they
dog.
be having kids with too much baggage and all this other shit and problems and boom,
But
boom,
here's the
boom.
thing: you can't come off the back of being the guy that was bagged the 18-year-old and then was like, I don't want to deal with nobody my age. Like, fam, you look crazy.
It's edgy.
Yeah, it's
We
weird.
also know it's a new age, but you know, Chuck Berry, Elvis Presley,
Yeah, Marvin Gaye,
all the motherfuckers mess with
Russell
was it
Simmons.
Simmons?
Yeah.
They all messed with women that was
what's Yoko Ono?
younger.
Yoko
They was like
Ono.
teenagers when they got with them.
That's a fact.
Damn near 15,
Should've been
14.
going
I mean, it's
15.
really
Yeah,
a
going on
cultural
forever, man.
thing at the end of the day, man. There's some cultures out there where a girl is looked at as a grown woman when she hits like
Yo,
15 or
the,
something,
the,
man. I don't know.
the
man.
color purple, man. The father gave her away when she was 13.
I mean, it ain't, our culture where we look at even 18-year-olds legally an adult, but for me, I don't look at her as a grown woman. You know what I mean? Legally, yeah, I understand that. But, I mean, if you're a grown man my age and you're just, you're looking for 18-year-olds, I got, it's sort of a red flag for me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't give a fuck what your cultural background is. I just think you're a fucking creep.
Yeah, you're a creepy guy.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's I don't know. It is what it is, bro. Is it legal? Yeah. Some people could believe whatever his story is, and I don't know. I think it's a little creepy.
Yeah.
It's definitely a little creepy because I got friends who have daughters that are 18 years old and shit, bro. And that's how I look at like a 18-year-old. Like it's like I got friends that have daughters that age, bro. So to me, it's like
Legal don't always mean right.
Nah, definitely
It's
not.
just legal.
And it seems like their 18 is definitely not my 18 because, I got a 23, a 20, and an 18, and a 19-year-old, and they definitely don't have the mentality I had when I was that age.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? They're still children in my eye.
Yeah.
Very immature. Very naive.
All right, so Peazy's word of the day. Let's go, Peazy.
Take a look. It's
And action.
And
Are we live? Are we live? Are we in the
hold
building?
on. We live, Los? All right, let's go.
All right, I lost my word of the day.
Come on, Peazy.
All right, now for Peazy's word of the day. Boom, boom, boom. Word of the day is stultify. It's a verb, meaning cause to lose enthusiasm and initiative, especially as a result of a tedious or restrictive routine. Derivatives, stultification is also a noun, and stultifier is also a noun. The origin is mid-18th century from the late Latin I don't even know how to fucking say this. Stultificare, from the Latin stultus, meaning foolish. Then we have the adjective, stultifying, tending to stifle enthusiasm, initiative, or freedom of action. It's a verb. So let me put it in a sentence.
How you spell it, P?
STUL. Tifying.
He said.
You may think it's easy to create content in this podcast world, but most come off stultifying. While here at the throne, we're working to captivate.
Hercules.
Hey.
There you go, P.
Send it over to my man, my mellow.
Nice.
Nice.
Big nice.
I'm never gonna call you big, my G, but go ahead.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo, pause on this.
Man, disrespectful. Anyways, remember a diamond is just a piece of charcoal that handles stress well. We about here,
My
man.
fellow Dark Vader brother over there.
Yeah, sir.
Quality to round up the team. 4 dudes from the dirt with our eyes on the goal. Took coal, applied pressure, and made it a diamond throne.